Operation initiated. Rescue all hostages. Thunderbolt.
Papa Brad, welcome to the iiRcadians, show for fans of the iiRcade. While you're here, don't forget to slam that like button, and why don't you subscribe to the channel? It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. Thank you, and on with the show. iiRcadians assemble. All right, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Good morning. And we're going to start. Let's start it out. Got some Galacticon coming at you. iiRcadians assemble.
Galacticon.
Good morning, Nix. If you are not subscribed to Nix's channel, look in the comments of this in the description, and you can click on the link real quick and drop in the sub. This is all about the community. Oh yeah. What's up, Obsidian Contraption? Welcome to the stream. Subscribe to Nix's channel. Please subscribe. I'm going to put a link in the chat. Video sound good, Nix? How about now? Is that better? Is that better? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Nix. Always hard to get the balance right. Welcome to the stream. This is a rebroadcast of last night. Very late stream that we ran. This is live. You can comment. Shout out to all the people on the show. Shout out to Nix, Steps Gaming, Brooklyn Menace, and yours truly, Papa Brad. Friday Night Arcade Show.
Hey, happy Friday, everyone.
Right.
Woo! What's going on?
Friday Night Arcade time.
We got the whole crew here. It's good to see everybody. I'm so happy it's finally Friday.
Yes.
I ran out and grabbed a case of Yingling, so I'm ready to go.
Let's
tonight.
do it.
Yes, getting the weekend started properly with some iiRcade gaming and more game fight. So I figured we would get right into the latest news with iiRcade, which are the game sales. Have you been checking these out? Look at this. It's crazy.
Backyard summer sale.
How many games are on sale?
Fire sale, man.
Yeah, this sale is on fire. Maybe except for that first title, a aerobic dogfight. Does anyone have that one?
I have every game, so
never judge by its
yeah, but you have every game, but have you played every game is the question.
I played most of them.
Most games, as long as
sometimes you don't have to be a completionist,
and it's fun.
I hear you. Yeah, it's okay. Some of them, are not for everyone.
All right, so what I figured we would do to start the show, before we get into our normal festivities like game fight and the 1/4 challenge.
219 games on sale.
Challenge is let's take a look at all of these games that are on sale. Now I know there's a lot of them, so there's like 200 of them, but we'll go through all of them, but
55 or 54.
We'll get through it. We'll get through it quick. Aerobic dog fight. Anybody?
No.
Can no one? Okay.
That would be a pass for Papa Brad.
You
could skip that one.
You can try it and refund it if you don't like it. So pretty much all these games listed. Just you could try them out. You've got a half an hour.
Hold on, I gotta change the layout.
You're right.
Steps hiding
behind.
Such a big library of games.
There you go.
Sorry, Steps.
There's a lot of good in there.
Professional operation here.
I thought I had like a big ice cream cone in front of me or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I apologize. I had to look
It's great
around
to see you, Steps.
It's good to see you, Steps. I didn't know you were here. I just thought we had a joystick as a special guest.
I thought I was going to a maiden stream. I think I clicked on the wrong link.
Yeah.
We're supposed to talk about killers.
Welcome.
That is a very fresh Iron Maiden Killers.
Very fresh.
Yes, hoodie there.
Very
I love
nice.
that.
That is awesome. Eddie.
Alien Storm. I mean, I don't even think anyone needs.
Yeah, that's a must-have. Alligator Hunt.
Alligator Hunt. We all love that one. See how quick this is going to go.
Another World.
Androdunos. Yes,
all
World.
Androdunos is a must.
Androdunos is a good shmup.
And you know what? There's a sequel, a modern sequel to that game that was released. So if there's some possibility of that showing up on here, that'd be great.
Look at these prices. Like $5.99 for a Suka and a Shura Blaster. Like those are two good.
Shura Blaster is fantastic.
I know I should be upset. I bought them all at full price. I should have waited, right?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't played them this whole time now.
A Shura Blaster reminds me a lot of like the early Toplin games. Really, the way it is, it reminds me a lot of playing the Twin Cobra and stuff like that. Even though it's not, it's what is it? Visco makes it, I think.
I highly enjoyed that game.
Welcome to the chat, Omega Fourth.
All right, so we got Another World. I'm very familiar with that. That was a style of game that back in the day blew my mind because I had never seen graphics done like that.
Yeah.
You know, that was like the most realistic type movement of a character I'd ever seen before. It was like real people they had used to like capture that. So yeah, it's cool to see that on the iiRcade. I do have it.
Classic.
I haven't played it though yet, so I could have actually waited till it was on sale and just saved a couple.
They got
of
a lot of deals.
Yeah.
Apocalypse.
Unit Gallop is that a part of the R-Type series?
Yes.
Yes.
We've heard it is.
Yeah. Yes, it was on Game Fight.
You guys have seen that one enough here.
We've seen that one enough. It's sort of like a puzzle. That's like a puzzle.
My
type
kid
game.
loves that one.
Yeah.
You gotta like, you gotta
Kid
like.
friendly. And
build
a lot of
little
these games are. A lot of these games are kid friendly.
That's a cool puzzle game. It's not bad. It's not terrible, but I wouldn't say like
Welcome
out
to
of
the
all the
stream.
stuff that's on sale.
Yeah,
to pick it
yeah.
up.
Let's get to the good stuff.
Arlington
Hit that
horse
thumbs
racing
up.
isn't technically
Please.
a game. You basically place your bets and you watch the horses. So if you're into horse
Just
betting,
sit there and
you would probably like that if you just want to sit there, pump in, and see how much money you
have
can
the
win.
popcorn. Mhm.
But it's for $2, not bad.
Are
Assure
these-
Blast,
are these all the
100%
games-
recommend
These
that.
are all the games in alphabetical order, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So I know what I'm looking at. Okay.
Suka and Asuka, I recommend that one too, but there's better shoot 'em
Better
ups on the
shmups,
iiRcade.
yeah.
Atomic Runner, very tough game.
Now here's the thing: if some of these, if you
Right.
don't
Welcome to
have
the
them,
stream
it might be the
booter.
time to pick them up. But
That's
I
a
mean,
great
are we going
point.
to kind of say the ones we think are really must-haves?
Mhm.
Yeah, I
As we
mean,
go through for
as
the
they
new
pop
people?
out,
Okay.
I'll say it.
Welcome to the stream.
And we also have people
Eclectic
watching
gentlemen.
the show. Thank you so much to everybody that showed up tonight to hang
Thank
out
you.
with us.
We're gonna say hello to everyone.
We appreciate it. We will in a bit, but
Okay.
if you have any games in here that you would recommend
Yes.
for someone to pick up
Yeah,
while
put in
they're
the
on
chat.
sale,
Yeah,
feel free
that-
to post them in the chat. Atomic Runner,
Absolutely.
I don't know much about the game. Like I've tried it a few times. It's really
Pretty hard.
difficult.
It's
The
pretty
level
hard.
keeps moving and it's hard. Yeah. Avenging
nice.
Spirit is a lot of fun every single time you play it.
Yeah.
It's almost
Do a quick pause there. If anyone wants to play iiRcade, you can use my chat to set up games too. Just tell me what game you have open.
it can almost be like a different game because you can
just me
possess
personally.
everybody.
I'm not a
That's
fan
cool.
of the like automatically scrolling type platformers. Like Perils of Baking does that, and those sections drove me crazy. Where
Yeah,
you
so
have to,
they
like,
mix
just
it up with that.
automatically run. You have to make every jump at exact time. I mean, that's a challenging game, when it does that.
All right. Moving
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, the next
to
call.
all the games on sale. We got Bad Dudes versus
Bad Dudes
Dragon
Arcade
Ninja. This
classic.
is a
That's a
classic
good
I
game.
one.
like Bad Dudes.
People either love it or they hate it. You might have seen recently
Bad
our friend P Dubs and Michael B, the Game Genie, got together and they actually played a 2-player game of this. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's one of those
And you also
classic
gotta keep in mind,
Beta
like,
East games that you wanna run
remember,
through.
remember video game stores. This is a price of a rental. You rent a video
Mhm.
game for a weekend. So
Yeah.
these are games like obviously you can play and beat in a weekend, but then you get to keep them. So this is one of those titles where, yeah, this is something you definitely want to pick up if you're a fan and have nostalgia for the game, and just like beat 'em ups in general. Definitely get Bad
But
Dudes.
bad dudes, when people say they're playing Bad Dudes, they mean that particular game, Bad Dudes versus Dragon
Mhm.
Ninja. Because I'm guessing, because I never played Bad Dudes before I played it on here. Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. It's a good game. It's classic. But like everybody's when they say Bad Dudes, I think Bad Dudes was the NES version, right? If it's just Bad
Yeah.
Dudes.
Yeah,
Is
Bad
that-
Dudes. Yeah,
Yeah, not to rain on anyone's parade. I'm not raining anyone's parade, but Bad Dudes does not have online multiplayer. That would be the only thing I could say bad about Bad Dudes. It runs great on the iiRcade, but it's like
it doesn't. I didn't realize.
does
it.
not have on because it's Sega. I think it does not have the online multiplayer.
I played local co-op on that.
It
We had a
plays
lot of
local
fun.
perfect
local
though.
co-op.
Yeah,
Nice.
but does not play.
I also played local co-op
as
with
a heads
the next
because we're
title.
gonna get into some beat 'em ups that play great online in a minute.
Yeah. Bang Bang Busters. I like that one a lot.
Oh, of
If-
course,
if you like
kevgret.
Snow Brothers and stuff like that, you will
Yeah.
highly enjoy that one. Bang Bead is
What's the
like
quarter muncher.
Windjammers, but even a faster version. It's not terrible. I think that one is actually online too. And speaking of online, Bash Sports Online Bowling.
Yes,
We've gotten a lot of mileage
Yeah,
out of this game.
250.
and look at the
worth
price of
250.
that. It's
And
a
for
great bowling game.
250,
250. I mean, it's a multiplayer online bowling game.
If
fun.
they've done
Well, as-
they've done a
as-
lot of updates to it, and they've made tweaks into it, and it plays pretty good. It's
Yeah,
challenging.
not
It's,
bad.
you're
they
not gonna get a
definitely it's
300
definitely been
you're not gonna
Yeah.
get a 300 every time.
highly improved since like it's the day it came out.
Hey,
It's
every,
way it's
every
way more
bowling
difficult.
game needs a bazooka in it. I mean, come
Oh
on.
yeah, that's what
I
makes
mean,
it unique.
bazookas and bowling, they go together
Right.
like, peanut butter and sardines.
What they should have done with the bazooka in the
Yeah.
bowling game is you should have to earn it.
Yeah,
You
you
know what I
just
mean?
automatically get one free
Yeah, you just
free
get the
Yeah,
one
strike.
free.
if you
Or,
have like if you have so
Uh-huh.
many strikes in a row, you earn it or something like that. Like you have
or
to
make the
cheat.
bazooka where that does not guarantee you a strike. You still have to aim it.
Can you imagine if you had to aim
would-
the
I would
bazooka?
assume if
like
you shot
got
a
like a point
bazooka
of view when you shot
down a
it.
bowling.
like,
I'm
with a
sure we
bullet?
tried that back in the day in Brooklyn, but
Yeah,
yeah,
it is
I guess
unique.
statutes of limitations are up now.
What would be cool
Um,
is if you had a bonus to attack your opponent.
Okay, I'm about to go off. 'cause
next
we're getting to my
title.
first. This is a must-own for me.
Batsugan
if you don't
SB.
buy
go.
any
Oh, yeah,
game
here we
on
go.
iiRcade, buy
Another
this one.
$5.99 top
Yeah.
shooter.
That's that's probably my favorite.
This is
shooter.
a must-have.
I mean, I love a lot of shooters on here, a lot,
100%.
but that's definitely
Must have.
that's way up there. Yeah, you have to have it. If you don't own this, buy it.
This is
I
the
agree.
top 5 of all-time shmup. I mean, this is Toplin's best. This is the final Toplin game ever made, and it's an absolute masterpiece. Like, I would have to say, like, if you don't have this game, what are you waiting for? Go get it. This one's fantastic.
Then we have Battle Chopper. I really, really enjoy this game, but
Putting
it's
up a quick poll on
it's
beat 'em
like
ups.
it's too hard. I can't even get
Yeah.
past the first
Answer
level.
the poll if you're in the chat, please.
And I've tried everything.
It's
That's
like a
one of those
memory.
games that it's so hard that I go and I play it on other systems to see if it's just like if they have the difficulty level pumped up. But it's just a hard game in
Yeah.
general.
Mhm.
How it's harder on the iiRcade, I figured out, is when you get hit by stuff, you take more damage. So that was probably some of the dip switch settings for when
Absolutely.
it was in the arcade. You know, on how much damage you take when you take a hit, and on the iiRcade version, they got that thing pumped all the way up. Steps, I would say take this one. This is not my category.
Okay.
I know nothing about this.
Battle
K
K
Road?
Road is a total trash fighting game. Okay, it's so bad that it's fun to play. You can get good
Nice.
laughs playing it. I
So bad it's
you know,
good.
it's been on the Laundromat Wars before. It's definitely a Laundromat game.
Yeah.
If you want a trash game that you can laugh and have a good time, get it. But I'm not gonna tell you it's good.
It has a lot of spoofs, so like it tries to like rip off all these other fighting games because it looks like that one character in the screenshot there looks like E Honda
Looks like
Yeah,
E-Honda,
so
yeah.
much.
Balrog.
and
Yeah.
Balrog. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
So
funny.
it's just a
funny
complete
game.
rip off.
Welcome to the
It
stream,
plays a little
John
bit
G.
different. It's just funny. It's a funny
we
game.
played everybody. Yeah,
Battle Lane Volume 5, the harder, one of the
Megan
hardest
Forth
games
says
on the
Battle K
iiRcade,
Road is
and just
underrated.
makes me rage quit, so I would pass on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
This best bout boxing, and I'm not a big sports fan, but I had picked this one up the last time it was on sale, and I really like it.
It's a good
Like,
one.
yeah, it's a very good boxing game.
If you
it's not a button masher.
If you
No,
like
there's strategy to it.
If you like the Vander Holyfields on the Sega Genesis, it plays a lot like that. I think I do really enjoy the game. I'm glad I picked it up when it was on sale last time.
Yeah. We got a super chat coming in from the CEO of iiRcade, Jung. Let's check it out.
Right.
This is a fact. I'm 58 years old. 58. I'm 58.
I'm game. Just tell me when.
Your
I'll play
channel are
iiRcade
going
anytime.
down. You made a little money off of YouTube, but
Online
the
works good on
game
iiRcade.
is over. Sticking it to the man. Peace out.
All
Thank
right.
you so much to John with that.
Thank you,
$3.74 super chat. I've never seen that amount before. Let me buy you Apocalypse. I love this game. Yeah, I've played it a lot, but my kid's actually taken over, and that's usually one of the first thing that goes on. Like, I'll try to steer him in a different direction, try to introduce him to like something new that popped up on the iiRcade or some awesome classic game. And then as soon as I turn around, it's on that one, or the
Yeah.
one where the dog stretches and you got
Yeah,
you gotta-
yeah, and that's
that
one of the cool things. iiRcade. I mean, they've
Thank
got
you so
games,
much, John.
They got games for everyone. You know, they have excellent selection of games that are kid friendly too. You know, it's not just
that one's
you know,
kid friendly, but
Yeah,
like John was pointing out, if you someone that enjoy puzzle games, that's a good one to sit down and mess around with on there. I remember, like, you got to like keep building stuff to get through the levels. Big Striker. I don't have this one. Anybody have any thoughts?
I saw in the chat.
Oh, another soccer title.
Miami
Yeah.
Tiger was saying the soccer games are okay.
I-
What's your
I'm a-
favorite
What
soccer
I've
game,
seen,
Miami Tiger?
pretty.
I
decent.
like Goal. That's
Goal,
the one
Goal,
I
Goal is a
played.
good
That's one I
game.
played back in the day, and that's the one I got. I can't
That
speak
one is
about Big
online
Striker.
enabled too, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on. What? Because we're still in the B's. This is
I know,
crazy.
we got to get cracking. We're only on B.
Biomechanical toy. I love this one. We played this
Fun.
one here on the show on the
Trippy.
1 quarter challenge. It's so cool. I love run and gun type games,
Run
and
and
this one's
gun,
just
lots
like
of action.
crazy.
Great
Yeah.
graphics.
And
Lots of
3D.
fun. I would say pick that one up. Like that's like a title that you never heard of and you wonder why you didn't when you play it. Blockout.
Absolutely.
I know
That's
this
one Ichabod likes.
he
Ichabod
loves this one.
Crane
I
loves
bought this
game.
one. I bought this one based on his recommendation the
Mhm.
last time it was on sale. And it's not a bad game, but I'm just not as good as it as he is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
3D.
Uh,
Go
the
check
next
out
one.
his channel. He's got some great videos. Ichabod Crane.
Now the next one I would really recommend, Blocking. It's kind of like a breakout game, but you're going up against an opponent. So the things that
Yes.
you're doing on your side of the board are affecting the person that you're challenging. So would be a lot of fun for local multiplayer in your house.
I believe that has online as well.
And it will also be even more fun to play when we could eventually play it with a spinner.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. We have Bloodstorm. Bloodstorm was RGT 88's favorite game on the iiRcade. This beat 'em up. It is Steps. I know this is like your category, but I've actually
Yeah.
played this one.
Mhm.
It's kind of like a Mortal Kombat ripoff with over the top gore. And it's one of those other games, like it's so bad it's good type game.
Yeah, so the thing about Bloodstorm is the people that played it in the arcade have insanely fond memories. I'm gonna guess, from what I understand, it was Bill that originally brought this game to the iiRcade, and he had fond memories of it growing up, and that's a game that he wanted. It's definitely in that cult classic era that there is, some real strong fans of the game. If you were going to pick this game up, right now would be the time. 50% off, $5. I mean,
$5.
you're
Yeah.
not gonna
Yeah.
you're not gonna beat that. Now, it's not a top tier fighting game by any means,
But you'll have a good time.
But it's a cult classic that a lot of people that have fond memories of it really enjoy.
Bogey Manor is a classic arcade game where you're in a mansion and there's ghosts. And it's fun because like there's lots of little secrets in it, and it's a quarter muncher. I enjoy it, but it really depends on what type of stuff you're into. Whether you're gonna enjoy that one or not. Moving on, Bonanza Brothers. I like that one. You can't stream that one because it's a Sega title.
Sega game, yeah. No,
But
no
it's a lot of
HDMI.
fun. Yeah, that's a cool one. I'm sure like people are familiar with that game.
It's like a Keystone Caper type.
Then we got a really
Very similar.
over the top crazy shoot 'em up,
Yep.
Boogie Wings. It has basically when you start out, everyone will start on the same level, and then it kind of lets you choose the different levels, and
Yeah,
every
and-
level is completely different from.
Dropping a link for Ichabod Crane. If you're not subscribed, go subscribe to his channel. He has some great iiRcade content. Ichabod Crane.
From the other levels. They all have different themes, and they're all completely nuts.
Absolutely.
You don't
Boogie
have to
Wings.
be in your plane. You can hijack pretty much anything in the game. You can even be on foot.
Mhm.
It's completely nuts.
Yeah, it made it into our top 10 shmups on the iiRcade too. When we had to rank all the shmups, Boogie Wings did crack its way into the top 10. So don't write it off. It's a great shmup. Shoot 'em up.
Papa Brad, I would say you take the next one because you're probably
Through,
the
I mean,
best
I
here
am
at this
currently, I was number 1 for a long time on this game, but I just
got
checked. I've
bumped.
been bumped to number 3. I'm slacking.
Happened.
I need to play
Gotta
again.
play today.
This is a hard as nails
I've
kind
worked
of
with you.
like it's kind of combines like a shmup and a driving a Jeep game, but it's a really challenging old school arcade game. This is one I would definitely try. I mean, I love it, but it's grueling and it's brutal. So it might not be for everyone, but if you like your games kind of on the tougher side, this is a fantastic game. Yeah. And one cool thing with Breakthrough is Breakthrough actually, you run through the entire game, and when you do your second loop, at the end of your second loop, the game actually ends. So there is like an ending score. So you do have to kind of point chase if you want to get a high score.
But definitely, this is a challenging. If you want a challenging game that you're gonna get a lot of gameplay out of, you have to come back to again and again. Breakthrough's not a bad game to look at. It's got a lot of replayability. Very challenging, and man, the leaderboards on this one, they're awesome. There's a lot of people, lot of
Love
action.
Boogie Wings.
I'm surprised when I
Excellent
checked out.
shmup. Made our top 10 of the best of iiRcade shoot 'em ups.
Got some
So
work to do.
congratulations
Did you say
to the
there's like
players.
300 games on sale? I'm gonna let Steps and Nix, who are probably the two best in here at this next game, take the next one.
yes.
What do you guys think of Breaker's Revenge?
One of the best fighting games on the iiRcade right now,
For sure.
and you won't be disappointed. It's got a mixture of Street Fighter moves for across all the characters, and with special abilities, and Steps. Who's your favorite character?
Man, Merrill, I think is how you pronounce it. Mahrl. That guy, I like playing him.
Nice, nice. And what's your best combo? What's your go-to combo for that character?
Jeez, man, I don't even know. I just play. I play and
Nice.
I do it by memory. So, like, it's hard for me to tell you exactly what I like. I like his specials. I like when he turns into the genie and he like takes up like a quarter of the screen.
Yeah,
That's really cool. I would say that this is definitely one of the top two. It's between that and Rage of the Dragons. I think Rage of the Dragons is underappreciated and it's not played enough on the iiRcade yet, and I think people need to play it more. But Breaker's Revenge is a really good price here. Right now on my Xbox, they have a Breaker's Revenge and Breakers set. It's $19.99. So this is
$7.49.
wow.
It's $7.49 for the one game,
Yeah,
of
great.
the two, but it's the better version. It's the better game, so it's cheaper. And it's a good way to play Breaker's Revenge on your.
And the one other thing I want to say about Breaker's Revenge, I did run this with Nix, and we had a Breaker's Revenge online jam, and this is one of those games that's fun to play online. It's an excellent. It's probably the best fighter on the iiRcade right now, and it does offer online gameplay. If I could recommend one game as a must-have in the fighter category, this is really the best game. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Obsidian Contraption. He's working developing games for the Atari VCS. Very cool. Very cool. Well, 1 second. What did I just do? How do I get that off the screen? But Breakers is one of the best games. Shout out to Steps and Nix.
Then moving on to an absolute.
Can I say one
classic
thing
of
about
every
Breaker's
time.
Revenge, though? Can I say
Go
one
ahead,
thing?
bud.
I love
Yes.
this game. Like this is my favorite fighting game
Yes.
on iiRcade. I love this game. I can't
Morning,
just say
T.
enough how much I love it.
It's a
Yeah, I
must.
love the next game, Burger Time. I'm not that good at it, but
That's
Burger Time's a
addictive as
classic.
hell, man.
just,
That game.
that's just
Yeah.
I mean,
that's just straight
Another
up
classic
arcade
arcade
classic.
game
This-
that
yeah.
you have to have.
that is
you don't have
definition
Buy it
of a
now.
golden age classic arcade game. I mean,
Yes.
Burger Time. It plays perfect on the iiRcade. Fantastic classic retro arcade game. I mean, I love it. Burger Time's great.
All right, moving on. Burglar X.
Moving
I think the only two people that I know
I can
that have
play
even
that.
played this game would be Ichabod Crane and myself, and I like it. It's really, it's another one that's like, what the hell is
Kinda out
going
there.
on when you're playing it? But it's fun. It's one of those ones like, where did this game come
know.
from?
Wasn't Ichabod playing on the Ichabod show?
I
The
think he
Ichabod
was actually
show.
playing
It's
it
pretty cool.
recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Check out
gotten
Ichabod
further than
Crane's
me.
channel.
It's very challenging. It's a fun game though. Then we got Buddha-san. I don't have this one. For some reason, like when I watched a video on it, it doesn't draw me in.
Yeah. It's got cute pigs in it.
The link to Ichabod's
Pigs and
channel
moms.
if you want to subscribe.
Then we got Captain Tomade.
Time of day. Yeah.
Tomato, isn't it? Tomato.
Another
Yeah,
Burger
tomato.
Time.
He's a tomato. Thank you.
Yeah,
Steps.
yeah, it's like it's
hard
a
but
cute
fun. I
'em up.
agree.
So
Cute 'em
it's-
up.
it's-
Tomato.
it's-
There you go.
Time
yeah,
of day.
cute 'em
Time
up.
of
It's
day.
a shooter that
Time of
looks
day.
like everything is really cute. It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
The iiRcade's version of Burger Time is the Deco cassette version. It's the actual full-on arcade version, which is amazing. I did a video on it.
researching Burger Time, but it's a really great version we got on iiRcade too.
I do recommend having it in your collection. Obviously, like if you're only gonna buy a handful of games, it's not there. But like if
Arcade
you
accurate.
have a nice iiRcade library already, it's definitely one you want in there.
The next title,
I could speak on the next one for sure.
If you come from like the Donkey Kong time of games, and you like that style of arcade game, even though this is nothing like Donkey Kong, I would recommend it. Brad, what do you think?
Chameleon, I mean, absolutely. I mean, if you like retro 80s arcades on our show, the iiRcadians 80s retro,
for sure.
we
Burger
actually
Time's a
profiled
must.
this game and talked about it. And I actually have a video on my channel that tells you how to play it. So, like, if you want to learn how to play this game, go to Papa Brad's Gaming and check out my video on Chameleon. This is a great deep cut golden age arcade. I love this game. It's great. And the thing is, there's actually quite a few retro arcade games on the iiRcade. I actually did a series of show called iiRcadians Retro, and we went through some of the old games from the 80s, and they're really a lot of fun, but some of the rule sets and stuff are kind of crazy. So watch some of those videos, but games like Dami, Chameleon, there's quite a few really great kind of 80s deep cut classic arcade games that are very retro, that are on the iiRcade. Zero Eyes is another good one. But you have to understand how there's a few games that are on iiRcade. You really have to understand how to play them. So go check out that video on Chameleon and then go play it and see if you like it. I love it.
Cheese Chase. I just remember not liking this one when I played it on Pandora's Box, so I never picked it up. Does anyone have this, and does anyone play it?
No, I don't have that.
If you are watching, please hit thumbs up.
Cisco Heat, I know, is a very like popular game, but I don't know. That's another one that
it was featured on The Price is Right.
Yeah, I've played it.
The Price is Right.
It's kind of like
on it. They had that.
It's kind of like if an arcade racer plays fine with the joystick. But you're going through like the city streets of like San Francisco where it's real hilly. So it's a really crazy racer. It's hard. It's fun. It's probably one of the better racers they have, but I mean, it's just not really my favorite, but it's not bad.
I would say there's better racers. Congo Bongo, hands down. You don't want to pass that one up.
Once again,
unfortunately, another game that we can't stream
Sega
HDMI because it's Sega, but I have so many fond memories of having Congo Bongo on like my home console. Might have been like ColecoVision or one of those.
Donkey Kong in 3D.
It's great having the arcade version.
Like
Crackdown.
Donkey Kong with the isometric perspective.
Yeah, that's what they were trying to.
I mean, that's pretty much what it is
to do when they put that out. But Crackdown is so much fun. That's another one you can't stream, so that's why you don't see us like talking about this game too much on the show because we can't show it off the way we want to. But that's great. You got a whole overhead map. You got to like plant the bombs and then get out of each area. Lots of fun. I like popping that one on from time to time and playing that. Side Battler.
Love it.
Congo Bongo. Really good shoot 'em up.
Another good shmup. Another good shoot 'em up.
Cyber Police eSWAT. Love that
With
one.
Side Battler, it's got the giant robot theme. So if you're into Transformers or giant robots, man, that's your game. I mean, me and Brooklyn have played all the way through that.
Yep. And then Dandara. Love that one. That's a modern game.
Watching the Friday night arcade show.
That's one we should show off from time to time on the show. It's not one of those, but it's not a.
Be sure to check out the show Arcade Talk, which is also on the Star Wars Arcade Talk and Star Wars review channel and on Papa Brad's Gaming. So be sure to check out Arcade Talk, which is a new show I do with T. McCloskey. It's a lot of fun. We actually do arcade wars and we blow up arcade games. It's a lot of fun. Check it out.
A fast-paced arcade game, so it might be boring to like play it live and have people watch it. But if one of us played it and we kind of like cut it in a video to show it off, it's really good. Yeah, the whole game, it's like she doesn't walk the levels, like you kind of like you travel levels by like bouncing off the, hanging off the walls and stuff like that, and it adds puzzle elements to it. It's really good.
Then we got Dark Seal. I mean, I've said it a million times, and Dark Seal 2. Same thing. Like
Dark Seal
those are
2
must
is-
haves for me.
Dark Seal 2 is a must. It's the very first video I ever put on YouTube. So if you go all the way back
the
to
sales
video
keep
number
going.
1 of Papa Brad's Gaming, the first video piece of content ever is Dark Seal 2 on iRcade. You can get it for
Well,
$5.99.
I
First
love
video
those
ever
games.
made on YouTube. Great game.
I
Real
love those
arcade
so much.
game.
I bought those before like I even had the iRcade. I already owned those games.
They're fantastic.
I don't
Demon's
have
World at
I
once
need
I
to
was
get 'em.
like thumbs down, like a while back when it was like when they did their first holiday sale. I was like, what is this nonsense? Then it went on sale again, and I bought it because I'm a sucker for anything with any kind of horror theme to it, and I really enjoyed it. It's a fun playthrough. But again, there's better things here, so it really matters what you like, or if you already.
You can always eat next week. You know, I'm saying pick these games up while they're on sale. I mean, this is the time to like get your library of the stuff that's really great that you do want. The sales are really good. It's a great opportunity. Pick up all those games you might have been on the fence on. I know the first thing I completed was my shmup collection because the iRcade for shooters is definitely my favorite arcade cab that I have in my home arcade. I'm going to do a little plug. If you are not subscribed, please go subscribe to Arcade Talk. It's a great channel. Let's see if we can get him. Let's see if we can get him up to 500. He's at 425 now. Let's see if we can start moving him up to 500. But he does a great show too. So go check out that channel. It's T. McCloskey.
You own the rest of these, I would say, yeah, give Demon's World a shot. You'll probably have fun. It's challenging, but you can get through it. Desert War, one of my favorite shoot 'em ups, because it's different than all the other shoot 'em ups. You gotta fly, you gotta rescue people to keep your copter fueled and power up. Lots of fun. Then we got Dog Yun. Hands down, don't pass up on this one. If you like,
$5.99.
if you like shoot 'em ups, or even if you're not a fan of
Yeah.
shoot 'em ups, but you
Right.
want to get into them or try one out, I would say this would be up there with Batsugan, that you wanna own that one.
And
Start
once
your
again, this
collection.
one
Welcome
too
to
has
stream,
kind of that
Gregory.
Transformers giant robot feel. If you're into the like robots and stuff, it's great. Greggy says Rally Bike by Toplin is very
I said this was
underrated. I
gonna be
know we're on
quick.
D.
I know, like the sales just keep going.
Domi's another retro. arcade
Dami,
game.
like I picked this one up. I always passed
I
on it
love it.
because like when am I gonna want to do like one of these old arcade games with dominoes? Like how much fun could this be? And then I picked it up the last time when they had the arcade games on sale.
Dami is on
Wound
the
up really liking it. Told Brad about it,
iiRcadians
and then Brad
80s
figured it out
retro
and
show
perfected it
on
pretty
my
much.
channel.
Yeah.
There's a
So
few
Brad
videos
probably
how to
started
play
talking
through
about
the
it to me.
There's a video on how to play Dami on my channel too.
And
But
play
Dami,
these
once again,
great
these
80s
really
deep cut
old 80s classic games. We
Take
have
care,
a thing
Obsidian
called the
Contraption. Thank you for joining our
iiRcadians
stream.
Retro 80s.
See you
And
later.
we actually show off these games and we talk about how to play them. Dami's a really fun, addictive game. Once you learn the gameplay mechanics and the rules, it's a lot of fun. Basically, you stack dominoes, and when you finish, you push them all down. But it's kind of got like a humorous style, kind of like Mr. Do, or there's really nothing quite like it. It's just a really fun game. But you basically smash the enemies with blocks too. It's kind of
All
like Pango a little bit.
I'm gonna keep this moving.
I know.
Dragon
sorry.
Bead,
Yes.
yes.
Great.
Dragon's Lair 2, yes. Elevator action, yes. Elevator action returns,
Which we're going to
yes,
be
yes,
playing
yes.
tonight, so we'll be showing
Yeah.
you
We'll
both
be playing
of those.
both
Elevator
elevator
action.
action and elevator action returns tonight in the one
Mhm.
quarter challenge. Earth Defense Force, it depends on who you ask. Steph says she loves it. Miami loves it.
Got to see that in the
I
game-
played through the whole
game fight.
game. It's to
It's
me,
decent.
it's nothing that it's like I'm gonna like, wow,
Awesome,
I gotta play
Gregory.
through Earth Defense Force again, but people seem to like it. Then we have this one, Eggs.
Eggs, great retro game. If you're
Yeah,
into
for
retro.
374, can't go wrong. Build your retro collection.
Then we have the new retro modern title, Escape from Popo. I just felt like you ran out of gas way too fast in this, and they should like
Strategy.
step up the
Wasn't- yeah, one
difficulty.
for me, but
Like let it start out start a little easy, like ease us into it, and then start ramping up the difficulty. It starts out really like
Hard.
frustratingly difficult
Yeah.
from the beginning. which kind of tries to make it feel more like, okay, once you figure out how to do it, then you could just go back and just do every level. You won't even have to think. You know, you just know which way to go, unless they randomize it. But really cool, actually, the way the game actually looks. Definitely give them a thumbs up on that. I really love the way they made it look like it's on the old CRT.
Yep.
Evolution Soccer, I know nothing about at all.
It looks
that
good.
Doesn't look, yeah, it looks good for a soccer game.
Yeah.
Ooh, Xerion's on sale. Ooh, gotta pick that
Zerion's
up.
good. Another great retro.
Yeah, we played the video of that last week. That was
Get on
in
my
Game
app.
Fight.
With
Fantasyland, I
leaderboards.
really like that one. That's an arcade
Leaderboards, too.
platformer
Pardon me. Oh, wow.
that a lot of people probably never heard of.
Sales.
I like that one. Fighter's History. Go ahead. One of the people that know about fighting games. What do you think about that one?
I've not played it, so I can't honestly say.
All right, then it's complete trash.
Yeah, we'll
It's
skip
gotta
that
be,
one.
right?
But Steps should know a lot about Fire Shark.
Fire Shark.
Tell us
Fire
about
Shark
Fire
is
Shark.
amazing.
Fire Shark.
Fire Shark is
Pardon
the
me.
sequel to Flying Shark, or what's on this iiRcade is Sky Shark, but it's called Flying Shark. So I don't know why it's Sky Shark I hear or not. I didn't look into that history, but Fire Shark is definitely an amazing shooter. Obviously, you get to be a biplane. You kind of see there in the picture. Lots of cool power-ups, screen clearing bombs. It plays just like, a lot of those other Toplin games. When you beat it, you go through it again, and there's a leaderboard. I think I'm number 2 on Fire Shark.
Awesome. Go Steps.
All right, moving on. Fixate, yes.
100%.
Galaxy Gunners, it depends on what you're into. Is like that's more of like a very old 80s style shoot 'em up. It's not like a modern one. It's more like that old style where
There are
things-
better shmups. If you don't have this one, you might want to pick it up. But there are better shmups on the
374. You
cab.
go wrong.
Galmedes is good, but it's way too hard.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's just like that on the iiRcade, but the level of difficulty on that one is set at pretty much impossible. You would just have to keep quartering your way through it. Like I literally, if I had a winning lotto ticket, I'd put it on the table for anybody
Yeah.
that wanted to quarter through that game. It's impossible.
You're not getting too far.
I like a challenge, but I like it to at least be like, okay, if I spend enough time figuring this one
Okay,
out,
good.
I can get through it on 1 or 2 quarters. That one,
Yeah.
no way.
Ichabod Crane says Fighter's History is the prequel to Karnov's Revenge. So we got a little bit of history on that.
I haven't
game
played
now.
that one either. And Ryo, that's a really good ninja game. Cool bosses. Gox, we all love that one, and we're all looking forward to playing it with a push-pull spinner.
We already talked
Go,
about
go,
Go.
Great. And
Great.
it has online too.
You know what
It
I
has
realized?
online.
Like iiRcade has a lot of soccer games.
And a lot of the sports games are online. So like if you want to play them, you can play them versus another player online right now.
Then we got Gradia Second Earth. We showed this one off in Game Fight. It's pretty cool. Cool, different take on a shoot 'em up.
If you're enjoying this show too, make sure you check out Arcade Talk. It's a new show I do. It's on my channel as well. And on the on the Arcade Talk and Star Wars Review channel. And that comes on Thursday nights.
Grindstormer,
Bye.
good shoot 'em up. Yeah.
Bye.
Guardian this was the game I was trying to tell you about, Steps, where it's a
Yeah.
toll plan game that's not a shoot 'em
Yeah.
up.
Not a
It's like
shoot 'em
a it's like a beat 'em up, but in the style of, say, like Vigilante, where you just punch people.
And Gun Force
They
is
go off the
good.
screen
If you don't
or
have
whatever.
Gun Force 2, that's
you
what to pick
fight
up.
on different planets. It's really hard.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
real
that's
hard.
more of someone who really appreciates toll plans and wants to play through the history.
Yeah,
of
you
their
got to be
games.
really, really into just getting a deep cut Toplin
Yeah.
game.
No, it's not terrible, but there's
Not
way
terrible,
better
but
stuff.
That's
here.
the
way
only
better
one I
games on
think
the
I don't
system.
have. I think is that one. That's the only Toplin game I don't have.
Gun Force 2, both great.
Both great.
If you're a fan of like Metal Slug, you like both. You can't.
Yeah,
You
Gun
can't go
Force
wrong with
2
those
made by
games.
the team that made Metal Slug. So I mean, you can't get more authentic than that. It's basically the same team.
Yep. Gun Barrage,
Fun.
great game.
Fun.
Love that one.
Mhm.
And you know that's part of like you're actually playing like with characters from Gunbird, the shoot 'em up that comes with the iiRcade.
I know.
Okay, but this one is like a paddle game. Hachu, I have this one. I haven't played much of it. They do that thing.
Tight.
Like they do that thing where like in Ninja Turtles, where when you punch one of the characters, they fly right into the screen. That's kind of what sold me on it, but I haven't played much of it yet. Heavy Barrel, I love that one.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little hard to control your direction of fire. But that's
Okay, I'm about to get really excited.
Wow.
Heavy Smash, probably
Must
one
buy.
of the
100% must
awesome.
buy.
yeah, probably one of the best games that you could, besides the golf,
Possibly
that you can
play
get into
online.
an online.
So much
matching.
fun. So much fun. Quick matches, futuristic sports game, lots of variations, different teams. Online plays great. Highly recommend Heavy Smash.
We
Fun.
got Hellfire, great shoot 'em up. Hoops 96, really good NBA Jam type clone basketball game. Hot Shots Tennis. I don't know anything about this one. Anybody?
No, I don't know anything about it. But
No,
$5, it's like I said, it's a rental for the weekend. You can try it out half an hour.
All right.
if you're
Image
tennis buff.
Fight, another good shoot 'em up. In the Hunt, another
In the
must
Hunt,
own.
must buy. Yeah,
Karate
must
In the
Champ.
Hunt's a must buy.
Karate Champ, I
don't
I
have it.
know people.
Don't
I
get
know
me
people's
started.
beef on this game.
You're gonna trigger me.
It's their
Wrong
issue is they
controls.
want to play. They want to
Needs
play
two
it with the
joystick
proper
controls for
controls.
single player, but it is 2-player. Like if you want to play 2-player Karate Champ with 2 sticks with 6 buttons, this is it. You know, I wish they had
I
a
don't know.
single player.
I own the next game, Karnov, but it's way too hard. No matter
Karnov's
what you do in
insane.
that game, it just like screw
Yeah.
you.
Hard
And
arcade game.
I can't even
it's a
get
learning
halfway through the
curve for
first
that
level.
one. It's a learning curve.
Karnov's Revenge. I think Ichabod Crane likes that one.
Yeah, it's not
Knuckle
bad.
Bash,
It's
love
not
that
bad.
beat 'em up.
Knuckle Bash is fantastic. Atari.
Next one.
Beat 'em up.
Kunai, 100%. Please do me a favor and do yourself a favor, and you can ask kevgret, buy this game. Kunai,
Yeah,
you will
Knuckle
love
Bash has online too, multiplayer. I've played all the way through it. It plays great
it.
online.
Kunai is a long adventure. It's a legit game that you would play on your like Nintendo Switch or something like that, and
Yeah,
it
it's
plays
a console
really
type
good
game.
on the iiRcade. It kind of came out of nowhere.
Mhm.
This game has really good ratings if you go look it up out there. It's a lot of fun. Kung Fu Master.
Alright.
Great.
That's a given.
Classic.
That's a given.
Classic.
Classic arcade.
Classic 80s arcade. C. Derek Miller has a playthrough on his
Yep, I
channel.
saw
where
that one
he got
today.
really far. He got to, I think, the 3rd level
Well
or something.
done.
It was pretty awesome. Well done,
Well
C.
done,
Derek
Derek.
Miller. Playing iiRcade games during the day.
Yeah, I would really
Classic.
recommend Kunai. I'm telling you, like
Mhm.
you can see the normal price is $17. It's worth that $17. You'll get a long playthrough out of that game.
I mean, I'd recommend Knuckle Bash. Where else can you have an Elvis impersonator and
Oh
wrestlers?
yeah, that game's crazy. Yeah.
It's fantastic. I mean, I can't even. Take a look at Knuckle Bash.
Knuckle Bash is a Toplin arcade game released
Little
in
video on Knuckle Bash.
1993. Although Toplin is mostly known for their epic shooters like Truxton, Zero Wing, and Imbatsugen, they often dabbled in other genres. Knuckle Bash was their first attempt at a beat-em-up that plays like a slower version of Final Fight. The story of Knuckle Bash involves a group of heroic professional wrestlers going off to quit their jobs so they can fight a gang called the Bulls. The Bulls are a weird bunch, consisting of everything from a male stripper to ninjas to American football players. Their leader is a freakish fat man that wears a filleted pig head as a mask. I kid you not. One of the highlights of this game is even going to a football game to beat up a football player, only to find a secret trapdoor under the football stadium with a dungeon underneath it. At one point, you fight the ancient demon in the forest, only to reveal himself as your manager wearing a mask. Needless to say, Knuckle Bash does not take itself too seriously. Before choosing your characters, you get 2 places to start: off to destroy the Bull Group, or a fierce battle of the 4 Mad Bulls. None of them actually mean anything, except for which stages you accomplish first, because all the stages must be completed before moving on to the end game. Defeating either of these missions unlocks you a new character. So as you play this game, you get more and more characters that you can play as. One of my favorite parts in the game is you have a face punch
How cool
battle
is this?
where you rapidly press the button and the loser gets punched directly in the face.
One thing I want to say about Knuckle Bash too, this game plays buttery smooth online. If you want a good beat 'em up, an original one that you might not have played a million times before, the online on this works great. And this is a fun game. This is kind of like a hidden gem, I think. We go back to showing the game, but this is the when you finish a level, you get to do this punch face battle, which is a lot of fun. Was released.
This is a really
Atari
fun
in
mechanic
arcades.
when you're playing the game online. This gameplay footage was caught live playing the iiRcade online. Knuckle Bash is a online enabled
This
game
is online footage
on the iiRcade.
playing over online. All the footage on this
One of
was
my
captured
favorite
online
characters
playing
is
2-player.
Flash is an Elvis impersonator and one of the coolest characters in the game. While other beat-em-ups have you fighting Elvis, this game you actually get to play as one. All I gotta say is rock and roll is here to stay, taking care of business. Devo, the character wearing the blue pants, is the fastest initial character, and he looks an awful lot like Street Fighter's Guile, or Dolph Lundgren.
This game is amazing.
He also has the least interesting character in the game. His special attack has him lifting an enemy up and juggling them around like a clown. This has a medium range and can damage other enemies. The creative character designs and kind of goofy story make this game an absolute gem of a classic arcade game that most people have never heard about. If you haven't played this beat 'em up, I would highly recommend you give it a shot. And as another great plus, this is one of the games that we can play right now online on iiRcade. We're rewarded with another face punch battle.
Face
Who's
punch
gonna
battles.
win? Papa Brad or Chris? It's gonna be a close one. Let's find
Damn
out.
that A button.
iiRcade, bring more of these beat 'em ups to us. Online with these games is amazing. We got Chris for the win. Nice job, bud.
Good job, Chris.
Here I am playing as Nacho Libre. No, not really. This character's name is Dice, and he's a Mexican luchador and the strongest of the initial characters. He is somewhat slow to play as a character, but his special attack is amazing. He will grab an enemy and spin them around until they catch fire, hitting enemies in the process.
Nacho Libre.
Characters are like this.
It's like
as part of the
Nacho Libre. I
magic
love that
makes
movie.
this
Jack
game
Black.
so unique. Here we face off against the ninja, Mr. Hayate. He's a very tough ninja that wears a leather mask. He excels in both speed and power, but he gets knocked around easily. His flying kick looks cool, and his special move has him spinning around until he becomes a tornado. One of the great things in this game is once you defeat a boss, you gain the ability to play as that character. So your players that you can play as expand as you move through the levels of
Each
the
level
game.
you get more, and you can
That plus
switch
the great
from level to
art
level.
and the fun
You're not stuck
gameplay
playing
makes
the
this a
same character
win
all the
in
way
my
through the
book.
game.
If
Very
you're a
cool
fan of
mechanic.
professional wrestling, this game has wrestling Easter eggs throughout it. Just a great game with a really fun style.
You're looking at Knuckle Bash on the iiRcade right now. And you're watching the Friday Night Arcade Show rebroadcast.
One of my favorite bosses is a hulking American football player that you fight in the middle of a trapped stadium. He excels in strength and stamina, but he's unfortunately very slow. The football player has the most abusable special attack in the game when he slams his fist in the group and makes shockwaves, just like the Incredible Hulk. His shockwaves heavily damage all the enemies on the screen. Knuckle Bash never received a port to home consoles. The arcade version was published by Atari Games in North America. This is the definition of a hidden gem. This is a game that I had never played, that I played for the first time on iiRcade.
Never heard of this game before.
I have
played
to
it on
say,
iiRcade.
I thoroughly enjoyed this game, and I would highly recommend this game as a must-have if you like the beat-em-up genre. Add to that the excellent online play that this game offers, and I'd have to say, I'm going to rate this game super high. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 on
All
my
the footage of
approval
this
scale.
game was captured online playing 2 players. All of it. Just buttery smooth, fun beat 'em up. Highly recommend. For me, this is one of the ones I didn't know I would love that I really enjoy on iiRcade. I mean, check out this end boss. Absolutely, in Token we trust. Love the Token games. I mean, and I think all the Token games are on sale right now, so it's a good time to pick up some of the titles you might be missing. But I would recommend getting all the Token games on iiRcade eventually. But this is one I wanted to showcase because a lot of people have never heard of this game. This was Knuckle Bash. Great online play, fun game. Released by Atari, made by Toplin. And that was my showcase on Knuckle Bash. Let me go back to the Friday Night Arcade. Thank you for your patience. And let's get rolling. That game
Dude, that entire game would be canceled if they tried to put that out right now.
Fantastic. Get Knuckle Bash.
Legend of
Online
Makai,
does work.
I know I have this one, but I can't really speak on it because I haven't played it that much. Anyone played this one?
No, another action adventure platform.
Maybe anyone in the chat? Don't know. Lock and Chase. Classic game.
Yep.
Kind of like a
have it.
slow Pac-Man.
Got all the load runners.
Yeah.
All the load runners, but I would say
Must buys Load Runner Legacy.
skip all the load runners and
Talking
go
about the
right
sale?
to Load Runner
First.
Legacy.
Yep.
Load Runner Legacy, after
So
you get
good.
through a couple of the levels,
Load Runner
it's going to
Legacy's
open
great.
up a new, like, enhanced version of the original Load.
Yeah, for $8.99, Load Runner Legacy is a really good value. That game has a lot of gameplay in it. For $8.99, that's a smoking deal.
Runner.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of game like you want to see what iiRcade can do. Get this Load Runner Legacy game. The graphics are fantastic, the gameplay is fantastic, and it unlocks a lot of the old Load Runner games. It's great.
Kevgret says you need all load runners in your life, so
Yeah.
Kev's saying get them all. But
I
you
have 'em
know,
all.
Kevgret's recommendations. There
Some
you
people
But
go.
if you
on a
had to
budget,
pick one,
Kevgret.
get Load Runner Legacy. If you have to pick one, get Load Runner
No.
Legacy for sure. It's great.
Another good gamer in the community.
Lucky Boom does
I
not
don't like Pang, but
it's not as good as Pang.
yeah,
but,
get
uh,
Pang.
I
Pang
agree.
is a better Pang, version of that go game. Pang. More
So,
modern.
If Pang's on sale, if Pang Brothers on sale, I would go with that one.
You've not
way
watched
before
Steph's
Lucky Boom.
Gaming's review
Magic
of the
Purple's good,
original
but,
iiRcade.
it's
She
like-
has a great
I played
review
Snow
of the
Brothers
original
a couple
iiRcade
times,
on her
it's
channel.
fun.
All
They
the
have Snow
magic
Brothers
drops
though.
there.
I
You
mean,
got
some
all
of
the
the
you got
steps.
all
She's
the
getting
magic
close
drops
to
here, but
1,000.
the
Let's
only
get her there.
one that really
Three's a
is the
must
one that
buy.
you should be
Number 3.
focusing on is 3, because 3 you can actually play online against somebody.
Yeah, and this in the puzzle category, this is the must buy game. It plays fantastic online too.
Yeah, this
It's
is my
Magical
favorite
Drop
puzzle
3.
game on the
Great.
arcade because it's a puzzle
much fun.
fighter game.
And then the golf. Ooh, that's a must.
Major
have.
title 2,
Major
best,
title.
best
Yeah,
sports game
gotta
to
have it.
me.
Let's
And
iiRcade.
talk a bit
online.
about the golf. Steps, tell us about the golf because she's a huge fan.
Well, I'm a big fan, and I first played Neo Turf Masters, and the team that designed Neo Turf Masters came from Major Title 2. It's called the Skins Challenge on the Super Nintendo. IRM Skins Challenge, if you ever had that game. And the main differences in this game, versus like Neo Turf Masters is the putting is a lot more challenging. The putting is definitely an obstacle in this game, and it makes it a little bit more interesting. You got to really pay attention to your shots. The other thing is it's just, obviously there's some graphical differences. This one's a little bit older, so you got that. But I like both equally, and I play both of them. But I love having Major Title 2 in the iArcade. I play it more
Neo
than
Turf
anything
Masters is more fast paced.
Yeah, it is.
I play that one on the Legends. It's more arcadey. This one, even though it is an arcade golf game, is more slow paced than Neo Turf Masters. Highly enjoyable game. There's lots of modes you can play against people in multiple different types of ways. I played against Ichabod Crane where we played for the money, and depending on what character you choose, you're definitely going to have an advantage, in certain matches. So there's lots of back and forth, just hours and hours of fun. I've always been a huge fan of arcade style golf games.
Yeah.
That
I'm gonna pause it right there. If you're not subscribed to Steps Gaming, Steps Gaming is getting awfully close to 1,000. She's at 987 subscribers. Drop her a sub. I put the link in the chat. Shout out to Steps Gaming.
play exactly like Major Title 2 play. So when this came to the iArcade and I played it, I was like, yes, it is so good to have a game like this. I highly, highly enjoy that game. I don't have any of the Mania Challenge or Matt Mania. I know that Carl O is a huge fan.
They're the precursors.
Classic arcade games.
So he's gonna need to sell me on this. Should I buy Matt Mania while it's on sale?
I played both.
Carlo just got it, I think. He just got Matt Mania. What'd you think of it, Carlo?
Well, we're not gonna wait. We'll just keep
talking.
Let's just wait for the delay.
Sorry. But I know he just bought it because he said on the Arcade Talk he was.
Matt Mania is a good classic wrestling arcade game.
While we wait for Carl, all right, he
said he's number 35. He says he likes Matt Mania better than Retro Mania.
It's a must.
This next game, Mayhem Brawlers,
wrestling game.
So I've had Mayhem
100%.
Brawlers since the day it was released on the iArcade, and I've only kept playing through the first level, stopping, getting sucked into other things. The other day, just chatting really quick back and forth with Biggie D, he wound up picking it up for $9.99 because Biggie D likes deals. So he searched around. He's like, well, it's more expensive everywhere else. This is the cheapest.
Shout out to Biggie D. Join this channel, Biggie D's Arcade.
So because he started talking to me about it and he wanted to know something about the version, I popped mine on. And then that got me into playing it. And it was the first time I actually really spent some time playing it. And it quickly has become my favorite beat 'em up on the iArcade. It's so good.
It's
$10. It's a steal. Get this game. It has branching
it's
paths.
Very modern.
That they do like a comic book.
Yep. 90s comics. Nix has a playthrough showing some strategy.
If you watch my picture, man, I'm tearing it up in that game. And like that's what you can do. You use your imagination with all the move sets that the game has, and it gives you a lot to work with, and you can be very creative.
Yeah, please don't pass out.
Lots of unlockable characters. Here's all the characters in Mayhem Brawler.
And Alley Witch, I got the video on how to unlock Alley Witch on my channel. But man, that's a fantastic game.
I opened up the wolf. I'm playing as the wolf.
She-Wolf.
I love her attack.
You like the wolf?
When you turn into the wolf.
She's awesome.
I'm Dolphin.
Yeah.
The big guy. I hope that we get online. I can't wait till we get online.
Got like a
I hope we
breakdance
get online
attack.
for that. We got to get
game
online for that. I hope that happens.
Yeah, please pick up Mayhem Brawlers. You will really like it, and it really shows you what sets the iArcade apart from every other home arcade out there. Like being able to play a game like this.
Yeah, to me, this is the must-own category. Like
really good.
You must own this. This is
you have an
like,
arcade,
you can't play. This is what
50% off right now.
Like your other arcades can't do.
$9.99.
Midnight Resistance. I love
Cheaper
this
than
game.
Steam.
However, it's when in Midnight Resistance, when
Great
you control your character,
strategy gameplay of how to play Mayhem Brawler better on Nix's channel too. He goes over how to do the combos.
was actually
makes the game
opens up
like
a
a
whole nother
spinner.
level to the game.
That's how. So it's very difficult to try to aim in the game.
Make sure you're
properly.
subscribed to
And
Nick's
it's
Gaming.
a challenging game.
Yeah,
So I think I'm gonna revisit playing it once like Glenn's control deck comes out, and I can potentially play it with a stick and a spinner. That would be awesome. So that's my only gripe with Midnight Resistance. You can't play it the way it was meant to be played in the arcade. Mighty Warriors. This looks like another low budget fighting game.
Yeah.
But this next one's not a pass. Minky Monkey.
Minky
Yeah,
Monkey's
so good.
great.
Love it.
It looks like
Love
Donkey
it.
Kong 3.
I am
from a distance.
currently number 4, and Sacro is number 5 here in the chat on this game. This is a fantastic retro arcade game. It's so much fun.
Let's take a look at Minky
did-
Monkey real quick. Today I'm bringing you a deep cut inside the iiRcade library, a game which I'm currently in 3rd place on the global leaderboards. This is my review of Minky Monkey. Minky Monkey is a very interesting game. The first thing you need to know about this game is it's basically a very old game. It was created in 1982, and this was the first Technos Japan game ever made. They later went on, of course, to create Double Dragon, which is a modern, retro masterpiece. Everyone loves Double Dragon. This is kind of where they started, though. We'll talk a little bit about the gameplay. You're the little red dude, and what you got to do is you got to move the fruit into the boxes. It tells you what fruit you need to move. It usually appears on different sides, so you kind of have to go back and forth while an enemy chases you. At the top, Minky Monkey, he's telling you what to do. To get a good score, you want to go fast. You can drink the beer, and if you drink the beer, you can then kill the enemy. Now, the fruit is interesting in that you can only miss it 5 times. So the enemy is destroying the fruit while you're trying to save it. And definitely getting through the level fast is how you're going to score big. Like, watch my bonus score on this. 6,200. That's a lot of points. It is debated whether this game came out in 1982 or 1983. And this game had a little bit of a rocky start as Technos was sued by Data East for borrowing resources for this game. But apparently it was all worked out. Of course, Technos went on to make Double Dragon. This is definitely one of those games where it looks simple till you're actually playing it, and there's actually a lot of strategy involved. It's very intense because the enemy is always just like right by you. Like most of these classic early 80s games, easy to learn, difficult to master is what these games are about. And this one's really no exception.
Talking about the sale games on
It is rewarding
iiRcade.
when you get the beer because enemy chases you around and he really destroys the fruit quick. Which really, I mean, sometimes you'll just get killed because they got 5 pieces of fruit and destroyed it. There, get the beer, get the beer. And you can see that will allow you to get the enemy. A box appears where you're supposed to take the fruit so you know where to go. Basically, you're either taking it to the right or the left side.
This is a deep retro cut. Minky Monkey.
This game does have online leaderboards to
which is really awesome. So that will, you know, makes you want to compete for sure. The enemy that chases you can shoot too, which is another thing that creates extra pressure on you while you're playing the game. See there, I missed the bonus, so this is definitely not going to be a high score game for me. But give this game a try. It's pretty fun, and it's really a cheap game. It's not expensive at all. And this game is on the iiRcade sale right now. But even at regular price, this is a really inexpensive game. It is a fun game to a high score chase too. I want to see if I can get into the #1 position on this game. Get the beer. Monitoring your success and failure rate becomes pretty important in the later levels, as you know, you can lose lives just from not getting enough fruit fast enough. This dragon is really getting on my nerves too, him coming up and blocking from where I need to go. You can see here I'm in real danger. I've got a failure of 4. So if I lose one more fruit, I'm going to get killed just because they got 5 fruit destroyed. And if you're watching some videos of high-level play of this game, it is possible. It's just you have to be on it. It's really a great game for strategy because there is a lot to it. Lost the last life because of 5 fruits. Enemies are right on you. It is interesting to me that this company would go on to basically invent the beat-em-up genre with Double Dragon. And this is the humble beginnings of Technos Japan. Enemies all over you. This has been Papa Brad. I hope you've enjoyed this look at. Anyway, that's a quick look at Minky Monkey. Kind of one of the on the deep retro cuts on iiRcade. The iiRcadians Retro 80s show. So go back on my channel, watch that show, and you can learn all about this game. It's a lot of fun, though. What do you think about it, Brooklyn? I know you're a fan too.
Absolutely love it.
You introduced it to me.
Yeah, I introduced it to you on this show, and yeah, I was happy to see a lot of people start playing it, and everyone being better.
Leaderboards. This is a great score. If you want a game to score chase, this is.
You know what it is? It's one of those games when you look at it, like you're like, come on, man. And then when you play it, it's so easy. It's just a one button.
It's so addictive.
It's such a great little arcade game.
Moon
Patrol, great game. We all know that.
I was gonna say, you know what's crazy is that I have like 107 games, and you've like probably listed like 10 more I should buy already, and we're only in the M's.
Don't listen to us. We're enabler steps.
Yeah. Let's try the one you like. Yeah.
You just
Motor
came
Race
in.
USA,
I don't have
joined. You're watching the Friday Night Arcade Show. If you like retro arcades, though, 80s. We're talking about the game sale. Definition of an 80s classic golden age arcade, though. Like that's a big title for iiRcade.
There's a lot of games on sale.
Yeah, Moon Patrol's a must buy. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't get Moon Patrol. Moon Patrol's fantastic. Everyone should have Moon Patrol if you have an iiRcade.
Ninja Base,
beat 'em up that you can play online.
Oh, you got
Rastan, Rastan, Saga 2. A lot of people say that this is the worst of all the Rastan games.
Mysterious Stones.
I like it.
Sorry, Warrior Blade is good, or Rastan's good. Is like they take that mechanic of eggs, but they add an Indiana Jones theme to it.
Yeah.
And the game was only released in Japan. This is another one of those great deep cut arcades that iiRcade has. You might not have heard of. That's really fun to play. And you know, all these games, like I said, we did all these in the 80s iiRcadians Retro Show with Punk Rock Dave. So you can watch pretty much all these. And just a reminder, if you missed the iiRcadians Retro, we did several shows that were 80s themed, and then we did some shows that were 90s themed. And I'm going to show a little clip. This is a little clip from the iiRcadians Retro 90s. You can find this on the iiRcadians channel. It's called the iiRcadians Retro. I think we have a playlist too for the actual retro show, which is different than the regular iiRcadians show. Punk Rock Dave is on that show. But this is a clip. Now this was on the 90s show. And tell me if this doesn't bring you back to the 90s. All right, iiRcadians Retro 90s show. Games on those shows that we did.
The next game is one of the ones that also I passed on. And then I wound up getting it when they had the arcade sale the last time, and I love it. Naughty Boy.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
great.
Papa Brad, of course, Papa Brad can pretty much play this game for infinity at this point.
I can roll over
and I
Naughty
don't know
Boy.
how you
I can
do
flip
that,
the score. I got so good at it.
but he figured it
I
out.
don't have that one.
It's a good one. It reminds me of
Right.
one that you would like, Nix.
Number one, 999,140. Number one.
It's old style.
Number
This is for
one.
the retro. This is for the real retro
On
people.
Naughty
but
Boy. Naughty Boy has
It's a
the
good
most
one.
grating sounds in the world, but the
Worst
gameplay
sounds
is,
ever in the
like,
game.
Really fun. It's
Really fun
addictive.
gameplay,
But
though.
the sounds
So
are really grating.
I'm a sucker
You like
for
retro
these
games,
type
check it
of
out.
arcade
Naughty
racing
Boy.
games like Neo Drift Out. So I have this one. There's other ones, but I believe this is the only one I picked up. But I love the ones where you see the direction coming up and you have to just beat the time to be able to go to the next level. Great game if you
I should
like
put
that style
Ninja Baseball Batman on my
of
poll.
arcade racer. Night Slashers, Ninja Baseball Batman. Come on, do we
Two
even
of the
need
best
to
back to back,
talk?
really.
Yeah.
Ninja Clowns? I guess I
Can't
like
go
that
wrong.
one. $5.
Can't go
Yeah.
wrong. Yeah. Solid deal.
Yeah. Like when I saw that Ninja Clowns was coming to the iiRcade, my first thought was, I thought I was the only person on the earth that knew about this game.
Yeah, I like Ninja Clowns.
So yeah, it's a good version of it. And
Quirky,
they have
kind
some
of like a Simpsons type game, a little bit more out there.
yeah, and then they updated it. Didn't they almost have like a one quarter challenge on Ninja Clowns. I could be wrong, but I
I'm
think they did.
I'm terrified of clowns. Absolutely
Yeah.
terrified.
Yeah, but Night Slashers is a must-have. Well,
Well, I'm an OG Wicked Clown, so I love clowns.
yeah.
Ninja Kazan. Don't know much about that one.
Another action adventure side scroller.
Hey, quick pause there. We're going to take a look at how did the poll turn out. I've had a poll running for the best beat 'em up. Let's see what the results are. We have Mayhem Brawler with a massive lead at 84%, followed by Night Slashers and Shadow Force. Nobody picked Combat Tribes. I love Combat Tribes. If you like Double Dragon, Combat Tribes is even better. But check out Combat Tribes.
Guessing because I never played Bad Dudes before I played it on here. Bad Dudes versus Dragon Ninja. It's a good game. It's classic. But like everybody's when they say Bad Dudes, I think Bad Dudes was the NES version, right? It was just Bad
Yeah.
Dudes.
Yeah,
Is
Bad
that-
Dudes. Yeah.
Yeah, not to rain on anyone's parade. I'm not raining anyone's parade, but Bad Dudes does not have online multiplayer. That would be the only thing I could say bad about Bad Dudes. It runs great on the iiRcade, but it's
Wait a minute, hold on. So I got to skip back. What happened? Let's catch up. What happened? Crash? There we are.
It's like really fun. It's really addictive. But the
So
sounds are
I
really
am-
grating.
I'm a sucker for
Number
these
one.
type of arcade racing games like Neo Drift Out. So I have this one. there's other ones. But I believe this is the only one I picked up. But I love the ones where you see the direction coming up and you have to just beat the time to be able to go to the next level. Great game if you like that style of arcade racer. Night Slashers, Ninja Baseball, Batman. Come on, do we
Two of the
need
best
to
back to
talk?
back, really.
Yeah.
Ninja Clowns. I guess I
Can't
like
go
that
wrong.
one. $5.
Can't go
Yeah.
wrong. Yeah. Solid deal.
Yeah. Like when I saw that Ninja Clowns was coming to the iArcade, my first thought was, I thought I was the only person on the earth that knew about this game.
Yeah, I like Ninja Clowns.
So yeah, it's a good version of it. And they have
kind
some
of like a Simpsons type game, a little bit more out there.
Yeah, and then they updated it. Didn't they almost have like a one quarter challenge on Ninja Clowns. I could be wrong, but
I'm terrified of clowns. Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah,
congratulations to
Night
making
Slashers
a
is
brawler,
stuff.
winning our #1 spot in the vote.
I'm an OG Wicked.
Let's
Clown,
beat 'em
so
up.
I love clowns.
Yeah.
Ninja Kazan. Don't know much about that one.
Another action adventure side scroller games along with Ninja Spirit.
Well, Steps knows a lot about this
Tell
one.
us about Ninja Spirit.
Ninja Spirit,
Ninja
her
Spirit
Jeff's
is
jam.
definitely one of my favorite games. I've been actually I played it today. I was number 5 when I got my arcade again, and I have a new user ID, so now I'm number 5 and number 6, but I'm trying to get my way back up in the top 3. But it's a very challenging game, but a very fun game, a very rewarding game. Different weapons. There's 4 different weapons that you could choose by pressing the first button. You can cycle through them. Then you also got a jump button and an attack button. There's different power-ups, so you can get a power-up for your weapon to make your weapon more powerful. You could also get ninja clones or ninja ghosts or whatever they are, so you could have like 2 or 3 ninjas that copy your moves, which are really helpful, especially when you get past level 2 and there's just enemies nonstop. They just don't stop coming at you. It was a classic on the TurboGrafx 16. It's considered one of the top games on the TurboGrafx 16. Michael B had it in his top TurboGrafx 16 games. The arcade game is a little bit more challenging because you only get 1 hit, but it's also a lot prettier graphically. If you do not own this game, I definitely would buy this game. There you go.
Then we got Operation Wolf and Operation Thunderbolt. A lot of people seem
Buy
to like
both.
Operation
Both are
Thunderbolt
great.
even better than Operation
Thunderbolt.
Wolf.
If you have to
I love
pick
both
one,
of these games.
Thunderbolt is more approachable. It's more like arcadey. It's more like everyone can play it. You can have a great time. Operation Wolf has a lot of challenge, especially level 2 and level 6.
But it looks crisper.
I think
Yeah,
out
they're
of
both
any
great,
game on the iArcade,
Thunderbolt's-
I've played
But it's
through
tougher.
Operation Thunderbolt the most
Take a look at
times.
Ninja Spirit
Operation
real
Thunderbolt's
quick.
great. I mean,
Yeah,
I can't think
it's
of a better
fun.
gun.
Enter the ninja.
Ninja. Only a ninja can kill a ninja. Shout out to Shokasugi movies. Don't sleep on Enter the Ninja. How cool this game is. We have the actual arcade game, Ninja Spirit, available on the iArcade. It's on sale right now. How cool is that? That's amazing. Behind you. Oh yeah.
Kampai. Hasegawa, the black ninja, born of samurai blood, is unable to accept anything but the ancient ways.
You did not drink Hasagawa. He is no ninja.
He is no ninja.
It's the ninja. Actually, it's cheaper right now, I think. Let me see what it is right now. Okay. Let's go back to this. Fantastic. So much fun.
That's it.
Even
That's it.
better
It's
with
just
the
fun.
Sin and Light
It's
gun.
just so fun. I mean, you know,
Oddmar, anyone will tell you Oddmar.
Of course, Operation Thunderbolt, Operation Wolf. I mean, if you've got a gold cab, they're must-haves. This is kind of cool. This is like if you finish the game, this is the pilot you have to save in Operation Thunderbolt. Very Trump-looking, isn't he? Pretty crazy game. Check out Operation Thunderbolt on iiRcade. You can play it with a Sinden light gun.
Is probably the most visually impressive
the gold cab.
and best platform game on the iiRcade.
Yep.
If you don't
First
have
game I
it
downloaded,
and you
Oddmar.
like platformers, get
Yeah,
that game.
gun
You're
games
not
are
going to
great.
be
Buy both.
disappointed at all.
Once
Outzone,
again, unique
Bye.
experience.
Yeah.
Unique experience.
Buy Outzone.
Then you got
Copeland game.
P47 Aces and P47 the Phantom Fighter. Out of these two, P47 Aces
Oddmar, it's great.
is the better choice. P47 the Phantom Fighter is the older of the two. I played both of them. I like P47 Aces better. But
Kevgret
still
and
better
Rainwater
choices.
say get
it's all right. Let's
Oddmar.
keep
It's
it
one of
rolling.
the-
We're
I
in
know
the seas.
Steps right now is currently score chasing. Ninja Spirit is one of the games she's working on getting on to the top of the leaderboards on.
now
Huge
this
the
next
whole
one
alphabet.
really, this is a
The
this
Turbo
is Pang
Graphics.
Adventures. So
Great.
this is a modern version of
Streams
Pang
of
Brothers,
Turbo
which is a
Graphics
very
games on Steps Gaming Channel.
famous classic arcade game. I really like this one. You got to pop the balloons, you get different power-ups,
Pang.
you got boss
Pang's great.
fights, really good graphics. I would say at least give it a shot. You might find that you're like, wow, how did I miss out on this one?
We're going
Panic
through the
Road,
games
the
on
only
sale,
person
showing the prices and
that
the
I
games that
know
are on
in this
sale right
world that
now.
likes this game is
iiRcade Backyard
Miami
Summer
Colors.
Sale
That's like a
I've
pinball
tried
game,
it. I don't get it.
through June
but he
9th.
loves
Looks
this
like
game. He
pinball.
thinks it's relaxing.
Yeah, I've played
Yep,
pinball.
Miami those games you're missing
That's
for your
like a
collection.
winter type kind of pinball game. Yeah.
Now, when Peggle first came out, I was like, why would I want that? And then I played it, and it's just fun. It's kind of like just like a quarter muncher, and
Not for me.
it's Peggle. I actually like it.
Some people might
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it. That's
it's a
not
fun-
for
it's
me.
a
Yeah,
fun
I don't know if you can
like
call
Peggle.
it a game.
I can skip that one.
It's like a
But-
puzzle-esque type game. Yeah.
I mean, it might be
Strategy.
fun if we did a 1 quarter challenge on it,
Yeah.
but it's one of those games where it's
Yeah.
more of like if you keep feeding it quarters, you could just keep, doing well at it. It's one of those things. I don't like Peter Pepper's ice cream.
Yeah, it's
That's
connected to Burger Time, but it's very
Yeah,
hard.
just too hard.
Very hard for most people. This next one I would strongly recommend for grown-ups. It's an adult
Yeah, this
only
is not a
game.
kid.
This one I
friendly. Yeah,
love. It's a
Not
great
kid
game.
friendly,
Not
but
kid
full M
friendly.
game.
Disclaimer,
BBs.
disclaimer right
M-rated
now,
game,
it is
full
not
M.
kid friendly.
BP
Yeah, that's a really
it
good
is
one.
fantastic.
And
Little
then
naughty
Plus
pleasure.
Alpha is a cute 'em up, shoot 'em up, really difficult.
Are you
It's
serious?
still better. shoot 'em
Stop
ups
what you're
on
doing right
arcade.
now and
Maybe
go get
we'll
it.
At some point, get
Yeah.
to see Plus Alpha.
See, you
show
need to go
Carl.
pick that up
Fight.
immediately.
Pop Flamer,
Brad, don't know that
another
one.
really old retro 80s.
Great
arcade
game. Where am I at on that one?
Yeah.
Number one.
I got
P5
Pop Flamer and
Yeah.
Naughty Boy at the same time.
Let's take a look at Pop Flamer real quick. This is a look at Pop Flamer. This is Papa Brad coming at
iiRcade.
you to talk about the new game, Pop Flamer, available now on the iiRcade. Pop Flamer is an arcade game developed by Jalico in 1982. In the game, the player controls a mouse armed with a flamethrower
Yeah,
who
pick
must
that up,
pop
T.
balloons while avoiding enemies.
Immediately.
In my research, I came to the
he still has
realization
it.
that this game was one of the games that was featured on the awesome show Starcade. So let's take a quick
Remember
little look at that.
Starcade? Check this out. Who remembers
Here's an
this
interesting clip I found on the game Pop Flamer. Let's check it out.
Let's see if you can pick a game that you're good at. Well, let's try Pop Flamer. Pop Flamer it is, and we will ask Kevin to tell us about that. This is one hot mouse. He's Pop Flamer, spewing flames on the pursuing monsters, popping balloons to replenish the fuel, especially the laughing balloons, since they give him the power to shoot further. Drinking the power drink, he changes to Super Mouse, swallowing all monsters in pursuit. Little frogs don't hurt, but they are a nuisance to be dealt with, and the electroshock thrown out by the dragon is definitely to be avoided. Pop Flamer is one hot game. Okay, Kevin, thanks. Roger, I don't know about you. I'm afraid to go in there. Yep. I think it'd wipe us out. All right, now, just remember, you can change into Super Mouse if you get down and drink the drink. You'll see at the bottom of the screen, and then you can destroy everything and get extra points, okay? Okay, let's get ready.
Okay, so you're hearing the strategy. Go and drink all the drink, and you can change into a Super Mouse where you can get all the enemies. Let's see how he does.
Okay, let's get ready. You have 50 seconds. You ready? Get set. Play. There you go. You have the flamethrower if you want to use it.
I think I'm going to do a lot better than this guy.
There's the drink. Don't forget to use your flamethrower. 39 seconds.
Watching some gameplay
Here we
with
go.
Pop Flamer. Game currently on sale right now on iiRcade. This is Starcade.
You're going to need to replenish
Was
your
a
balloon.
show
You're going to need more flame.
in the 80s where people played and competed against each other on classic arcade games.
All right. Good. That's a good shot. 15 seconds.
Little flashback here to the 80s.
Oh, I think you got bummed out before your time was up. Yeah, 600 points though, and well, we'll see how Gary does. Okay. Good. You head on back. Come on, Gary. Now turn around there, Gary, please. On Pop Flamer, he got 600 points. So I don't know. Maybe ever do better than that. Did you hear the advice I gave? Yeah. All right. Down at the bottom of the screen, you'll see a drink. If you can pop the balloons, get down there and drink that drink. You turn into Super Mouse, and you can destroy all those monsters. Okay, good luck to you. You have 50 seconds, Gary.
Go.
Get ready. Get set. Play.
There's the actual arcade game, Pop Flamer.
There you go. Okay, don't forget your flamethrower if you want to use it.
Yeah. T, you need to get it, man.
Pop those balloons in there. You almost got them. There. Did you get them? No, he got you. Use your flamethrower to destroy those
We're looking at
monsters.
footage of the game Pop Flamer. Available now on the iiRcade.
See if you finish that breakup. Can you finish it off? Yeah, good shot. Okay,
You're watching Starcade.
Here. Let's see. That's it right there. 1,100 points. Okay, Gary, congratulations. Head on back there. We are going to total up all the scores now. Both of you had a chance to play Congo Bongo and Pop Flamer. One of you now is going to play for a very special prize. So as we
Both
total up the
games
scores for
available on
both
iiRcade,
games,
Congo
we'll see
Bongo
who gets
and
to play
Pop
the name of
Flamer.
the game board. Roger, you have a total of 1,480. Gary, you have 2,600. Okay, you're in the lead. Come on over here, Gary.
Congratulations, Gary. So there was a quick little clip of Pop Flamer. Nice little retro clip. We're going to take a look at the game now on the iiRcade, and it's time for Papa Brad to show you the game, explain how it works, and give you a quick review of it. Let's go over the rules of Pop Flamer. Operate the Pop Flamer with the joystick to crush balloons, avoiding or burning up monsters. Be careful, if hit by the electroshock wave emitted by Haradon, Pop Flamer will be paralyzed for a while. Flaming distance comes to be shorter gradually. You can replenish your fuel supply by crushing balloons. That's important, so to replenish fuel, you crush balloons. Throw a flame to exterminate frogs if blocked by them. Get to the power drink to charge up to Super Mouse and swallow monsters nearby.
Super Mouse is never beaten by monsters. Pop Flamer disappears if touched by the monsters. Points. After a clearance of 2 patterns, higher points are awarded. So you got different points. The different monsters are 200, 500 points for drinking the whole drink, 300 points for a standard balloon, and a balloon with a happy face on it is 1,000 points. Okay, and those are the basic rules of Pop Flamer. Let's get started. Okay, I'm going for a high score run. Playing this game, Pop Flamer on the iiRcade. First thing I always like to do, drink all the drink and turn into the Super Mouse. That'll clear a bunch of the enemies, get you down at the bottom. You get a few seconds where you can run fast after you've drank the super drink. Notice the pattern I use. I go back and forth. Avoid Barney. Barney the purple dinosaur. He does have a ray he shoots out. The ray doesn't kill you, but it does freeze you. And getting frozen can be the kiss of death in this game. You'll notice I'm working the pattern. I'm going to go for the second super drink. Drinking up. Going to turn into Super Mouse again, hopefully. Nope, I got greedy. And that's one of the cool things about the super drink. It's slow. You can hold the button down and it will continue drinking. Let's see if I can still make an attempt at the highest score. I lost a man early, which is a bit disappointing. Using my flamethrower just to be safe. This is a game that lends itself to using the Uplay 4-way adapter, which allows the joystick to only move in 4 ways. This is a 4-directional game. You'll notice I'm using the pattern. I'm using the warps to go back and forth. There's Barney. He's shooting out his freeze ray. Nice use of the flamethrower. Nice use of the flamethrower to clear the enemies. 1 life left. I got a long way to go to get on the high scoreboard. I'm going to have to do great on the second screen. We'll see how I do.
Look at the gameplay of Pop
Start off,
Flamer.
I'm clearing away some of the balloons in the middle. Using my flamethrower.
A very
Hardest part to clear in this is the middle section where the enemies come out of that little gazebo. Heading up. Gonna go for drinking the super drink. Kill off that enemy. Hold down the button. Gulp, gulp, gulp. I think it takes 5 gulps. Frog would have killed me if I wouldn't have moved. There we go. Look at that.
Nice.
That puts me at 15,000. I am now on high score. I'm in high score level. And this game is brutal. 17,500. This is a challenge. See if you can beat this score. Let's check out how I did on the leaderboards. Pop Flamer. Hit Z to see the leaderboards, and look, I'm in number 1. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button, and this is Papa Brad reminding you to stay legit. Went on to actually score 112,000 in Pop Flamer, putting me squarely in the number 1 spot on iiRcade.
Just like because
no
it's
one's
like a
even
New York
close.
themed game,
So
but
Yes, Paul.
this is
you
a great
basically throw
classic
the
game
ball.
if
It's
you
like
want
racquetball
a game
and
to
breaking
score
the
chase.
trash. And there's girls that are like taking their tops off on the rooftop while you're
Yes.
playing.
Goofy Foot's in second place with
Brad.
85,000.
Goofy Foot, number 2. Like us retro gamers. Look at this.
112,200 is my score.
You got
Yeah,
Alex.
heavy hitters. You got heavy
Yeah,
hitters.
all
on
the people
list
that are
there.
into retro games are hitting Pop Flamer hard.
All right,
That is
moving
that is a
on.
good retro game. Sorry, that's
No,
a good
that's
one.
fine, Brad.
You
I'm
got
just
it.
keeping it
Into ours.
flowing,
I know,
man.
I know. Let's
I
keep
didn't
it
realize
moving.
this was going to take this long.
I
Psychic
got
5.
219 games.
I like that. I like Psychic
355 games or something, dude. It's a lot of games.
Psycho Nick's Oscar. I have that, but why can't I think about what it is? I'm trying to look at that picture.
Yeah, it's a
uh,
side. It's a
I've
side
played it.
scroller.
If
So
you're
far
gonna
for there.
get one of these, get R-Type Leo.
Yeah, R-Type Leo's great.
Yeah, the
Approachable.
whole R-Type series is
The whole
is
R-Type
where it
series.
goes.
Do we even need to talk about
series,
those? Just
really,
scroll
all
right
of them
past
are
them.
Then you got the Rastan.
Rastan, you know you want that. Big
classic arcade.
Rally Big Run. I don't have that one.
Yeah, for $5.99, can't go wrong. Same as Rally Bike. Nice arcade.
I do have
racing
Rally Bike. That's the one
games.
we have to fuel up.
Yep, I
Yeah,
got
that's a
that
cool
one too.
I have
$5.99, can't
no
go wrong.
idea about rim rocking basketball.
Yeah, it's a base of basketball. Basketball, $5. Can't go wrong.
I
Mikey
know
J Productions
Mikey
has
J
a review
Productions
of
likes Rim Rockin' Basketball.
Rim Rockin'
Oddland is
Basketball on
really,
his
really
channel.
good. Rogue Armored Force.
My channel, I have a full review of Rogue
just played
Armor
that
Force.
one.
We just played it. It's fantastic. It's a very long, excellent. You can only shoot diagonally. There's really no other game that has play mechanics like it. It's great. I love that game.
Round Guard. That's like a Peggle type game. It's a modern game, and they add like elements to it that I'm a sucker for.
Steps Gaming went up
like
a
leveling
few
up
subs.
and
You're
boss
not
fights.
subscribed to
Next
Steps
Round Guard.
Gaming.
Space Invaders. I've never heard of that one.
Never heard
I
of it.
have
Link in the
rolled
chat.
over the
But
scoreboard.
the picture looks cool.
It's rolled
Trying
over
to get
the
her to
scoreboard.
1,000.
Absolutely.
This is the
I
best
loved it.
version of Space Invaders ever released for home. Ever.
It's good. I
Mixes
played.
I
the
would agree with that.
Thunderbolt
It really is.
King.
I never
And
thought
then
I'd play that every
Space
day, but I do.
Invaders Infinity. If
Yeah,
you
check out
want
my
like a
playthrough on my
Love
channel.
that game.
version of Space
Absolutely.
Invaders.
That's a good
Make
one.
sure
too.
you're checking
That's
out
a really
Nick's
good one.
Gaming,
Good soundtrack and with the good speakers, especially if you have the gold edition.
one of our
Sounds
champions
really good.
on
The next
iRcade
title, if
leaderboards.
you like the Double Dragon series, but want to play it where instead of
Known as
going,
China Gate in the United States arcades.
Yep.
Fantastic.
instead of
got
going
that one.
horizontal, going
Oh, they
vertical.
removed the 2 billion
then-
score.
then
Good.
Check out Sayu Guy My Whatever.
I call
That's
it
a good
China
one.
Gate. That's
Yeah,
what
it's
it's called
China
in
Gate.
American
They
arcade.
should rename this game
This
China
is a really
Gate.
fun game. Online
They should totally
works on
rename
it,
this game
and,
China Gate.
introduced to me by a John.
That's what it was called in the United
himself. John said,
States.
Check out this game. It's great. It's fun.
Cuddles likes that
Absolutely.
one too. Saint Dragon, we all like that one. Really hard, really challenging, but lots of fun. Samurai Aces, great shoot 'em up.
Fantastic.
Showed
Yeah,
that one
that
off
was-
here
yeah,
last
just
week on the
played,
show.
yeah,
Save
last
the
week.
Puppies. I spoke about this
Samurai
one
Aces.
earlier.
Samurai
was
Aces
the
came out
prequel
before,
to
Tengai.
Tengai.
game.
This is a
If you like
very
Tengai, check out Samurai
popular
Aces.
one in my house. Yes. My kid comes up in here. This is always the first game.
Great
that's
kid
on.
game.
Loves
Yeah,
this
it's
one.
just super addictive for kids.
The dog just keeps getting stretching longer and
The wiener
longer.
dog that keeps getting
But
longer
if
and
you're
longer. Kids love that
Someone
game.
that like puzzles, you might enjoy that too. Secret Agent, this one is of course like classic Data East. They
Yeah,
were
it was
always
a
so
one.
good at doing stuff graphically in their
James
games
Bond.
and doing all kinds of really cool action scenes. And that's what basically this game is from start to finish, is one action scene to the next. And when CT Jason was doing the Home Arcade Wars or whatever that was called, his show, this on the first episode they did Secret Agent. Really cool
That's
game.
true.
Mhm.
Shadow Dancer, love that game. Really, really good. Shadow Force.
Right.
Or his
Really
name, beat 'em
good.
up. And then
What do you guys think
more
of
of the shoot ups,
Skyfox?
and Sky Shark and Slap Fight. Oh,
Skyfox is a very 80s type
If
shooter.
you are not
Really
subscribed
depends
to
if that's going to be your style.
Nick's Gaming,
Sky Shark, really good.
go to
Slap
his
Fight, one of my
YouTube and
favorites.
subscribe.
Oakland
Let's get him to
again.
100. Nick's reviews.
both
Yeah,
on
449 for
YouTube.
Slap
Think
Fight.
around
Nick's
Do
reviews.
yourself a favor and give that one a shot.
Absolutely.
Really hard, but at least it's hard. but
Hey,
it's
welcome to
fair.
the stream,
Snow
Hollywood
Brothers
Polo.
and
Bros
Snow
1 and
Brothers
2. Yeah,
they're
great.
good.
Great
Classic
price.
arcades.
You just
The
joined it
next
in.
one, I don't. Every time I try it, I don't.
Rob
do too
Nick's
well.
one of our
It's,
favorite
really
gamers.
That's
a
a
sub.
sized
Solar
ruler.
Warrior.
We'll put his channel back up on
Can't
the
say much
screen
on that
Good.
one.
for a minute.
I've the next one like I don't even know. Didn't even know it was on the
sort of like
arcade.
sort of like a puzzler.
Okay, I've never.
Rob
played
Nick's
it.
a sub. Let's try to get
Or
him to
Space Ace.
100.
If
Buy it.
you're-
That's a
Yeah.
give it-
Steps is
yep,
about to hit
look at that price.
1,000.
We also love Space
Already had
Bomber
several
and Space
subs move
Harrier.
up during this
Oh, I
stream.
love Space Harrier.
Thank you if you
That's one of my
subscribed.
favorites on here.
Splunker 1 and 2 if you like splunking.
I'm a sucker for those Splunker games.
$5.99. Add 'em
You would
to your
think with
collection.
all the visually insane stuff that's out now, that this type of stuff wouldn't want me to keep going to see
Yeah,
what I'm going to
yeah.
see next.
Yeah.
But for some reason,
Going back to
draws me
Solar
in.
Warrior, Space
Yeah,
Ace.
come take,
Good if you like Papa
Laserdisc
Brad out.
games.
He's number
Space
one on the
Bomber's good.
leaderboards in that game. That game does have
Excellent.
leaderboards.
Shoot 'em
See
up,
if you can
Space
take me
Bomber.
out.
I played Space Harrier all the way through on my
It's too hard.
birthday last
Spin
week,
Master,
like
we
2 weeks
love
ago.
this
Try to
one.
take me out. See what you can
Really
do.
cool graphic. Really cool, like arcadey, over the top action game. Squash. A lot of people love this one.
Miami
I think I
Tiger
own
Arcade
Squash.
loves squash.
Watching
That
the
was one of his
live
favorite games.
replay
See,
of
so Squash is
the
amazing
Friday night
multiplayer.
arcade show late
Stadium
night
Heroes.
last night. This
That's
aired.
a really good
Baseball,
and fun
arcade
type baseball game.
baseball game.
We are talking
Steel
about
Force is like a
all the
action
games
of,
that are
like,
on
over-
sale
you see
for the
a view
iArcade
from
sale.
over your head, and you run
It's a little
through
more
these
stuff.
like dungeons and stuff. I like that one. Stone Ball is like it's like soccer with cavemen
Yeah,
and dinosaurs. You can have dinosaurs.
it's
and
fun
stuff come out.
2-player in person. Like
It's
a bear-
going to
like a
be.
bear
in person
assist.
is fun.
I don't know if they're ever going to get multiplayer on it, but that's
But it's
what
fun
would make
for,
that
like-
game more of a must buy.
Yeah,
But if you actually have friends in real life, which I don't, then Stone Ball would be for you if you have someone
Snowball's
come
fun to
over.
play with. Like I play with my grandson plays with me on that one. He likes it.
Stormblade, love that one.
Fantastic.
I would put that in the top 10 on
Yeah,
shoot 'em
more
ups on
modern
the
shooter,
arcade.
great music, just a great, more modern shmup.
Let's scroll down.
Street Hoops, great basketball game. Strikers, amazing. Strikers
How much
1945
further
plus,
we gotta
amazing.
go here?
Super Burger Time. Some say it's even better than Burger Time.
You can play
Love that one.
2-player. It's like burger. You can play 2-player. Super Burger Time's fun. I played it all the way to the end.
Legend of Kage. See, I'm not going to say Legend of Cage. Legend of Kage. This cult classic. So it's one of those games that either you have nostalgia for or you don't. But all the people that do,
It's good.
they don't pass up on that game. This one I knew nothing about. Like I actually played it before the iArcade, but then when they got it on the iArcade and they spoke more about it, this was another game that was very popular overseas, and I really like it. The New Zealand story, lots of fun. Ninja Kids, I play through that here on the show. I love that. Really good beat 'em up. Thunder Fox, over the top action from start to finish. If you're like a 90s kid and you want to relive that Rambo era of video games, Thunder Fox will cover all bases. I've never played tag team wrestling. Anybody?
I've played it on the NES, and it's a decent, for a time period arcade.
Oh, there's a
wrestling
lot of
game.
games on sale.
I know.
This is the biggest sale they've ever done. It's
I think
crazy.
so. This is a lot of
Techie,
good stuff. A lot of good
Packy.
games.
I think also Ichabod Crane loves this one.
I just love this one.
Tengai, must own. I love
Tengai,
Age of
yeah.
Heroes Silk Road 2.
And guys, a must buy.
Age of Heroes Silk Road 2 is like a beat 'em up, but throwing like magic and stuff. Really cool. The Astian Axe, love that one. Played through that one multiple times. The Cliffhanger, crazy over the top action from start to finish.
Yeah, it was originally a tech demo to show how far they could push the graphics.
Yeah, we also all love the Combat Tribes here.
Great game.
Game Paradise, we love that
Combat
one. Legend of
Tribes, the
Silk
true
Road.
sequel to Double Dragon.
Yeah, these are all
Combat
good.
Tribes is a must-have beat 'em. If you like the beat 'em up genre, you have to get Combat Tribes. It's one of the best games for a beat 'em up on iArcade.
Well, the arcade has a lot of games. These are just the ones on sale.
355
Thunder Hoops
I think.
2, man. Yeah, please get Thunder Hoops 2. What can I say about this
That's a
game? It's
great
like,
game.
have you seen the movie Heavy Metal? Just imagine
Heavy metal. Yeah.
if they turned that into a video game.
Science fiction fantasy. It's a little bit of an adult twist. It's great.
Nice.
Not
Also
released in
relive
American
your Rambo and Chuck Norris fantasies in Thunder Zone. I love that one. Tiger Heli, great game. Time Killers, if that's another like really crazy beat 'em up, like ultra.
It's a cult classic. It goes up there with the Bloodstorm. It's
Yeah,
the same type of thing.
Isn't this
Was
came
Bloodstorm
first.
the
No.
sequel to this one?
Yeah,
think so.
Time Killers was first, then
Yeah.
Blood Killers. They had this when I
Yeah.
did my walk and sock where I walked to the college arcade. That they had that in the college arcade when I went to college.
So Toe Jam and Earl, I mean,
Must
I
have.
still don't get it,
It's fun.
but I know it's such a cult classic, and there's people like, Brooklyn, you're an idiot. Like, how could you not like Toe Jam and Earl? I was like, not that I don't like it.
It's
I don't
two-player.
understand what is the point that I'm doing when I'm playing it.
You're rebuilding your ship.
Okay.
The parts it's destroyed and the parts are scattered, and you have to go from each of the levels to try looking for your parts while avoiding the enemies and trying to find items to help you get through and survive. And with a lot of comedic things that happen along the way. It's very cartoony, lots of humor. and
Then we have
dialogue.
another one that seems to be a cult classic,
Love that
Tropical
game.
Angel.
Tropical Angel. What a
Yeah.
what
I
a great
totally
game.
stink at this game.
Score chasing game, lots of challenge. You know, it's just fun.
And Truxton 2, yes and yes. I need
Masterpiece.
to really get
Brett
into
the
those again.
Use, oh my god.
Twin Cobra
Bye.
and Twin Hawk. Yeah,
I love Twin
those
Cobra.
games. UN
Yeah,
Defense
all the
Force.
Toplin shooters. Truxton 2, Twin Cobra.
Twin Hawk is Choplin
Yeah.
too.
How's this volleyball game?
Good. I've
Jeff
played
Brett
the
loves it.
NES version of it, and yeah, it is good.
I actually played
I would assume that
Kevgret,
plays
U.S.
better than
Championship
the NES
volleyball, and he schooled me online. He's very good at that game, but I had a blast playing it. It does play online. The U.S. Championship volleyball is fun.
Then we got this
recommend
Ultimate
it.
Tennis. Anybody?
Looks good.
Looks good.
Foul Trick is cool once you learn how to play it. Very original, really good
Vapor
game.
Trail takes
Yeah,
no
Vapor Trail.
prisoners in game fight.
Yeah. Well, it's
Long
gone.
time.
Remember, it got voted
It's
out
gone,
last week.
yeah. The music was
Okay.
really good.
Vigilante is
Bye.
Tell us about Vigilante. Steps went to Galloping Ghost and played it.
Vigilante's like the sequel to what was it, Kung Fu? It was
Kung
Kung
Fu.
Fu on the Nintendo. Was it Kung Fu on the iArcade? I
Yeah.
forget. But you know, it's got more of a storyline. It's definitely prettier. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, you have to shake the joystick to kind of get enemies off you at times, similar to 10-Yard Fight. Was on the TurboGrafx as well. Arcade classic. Get it?
Yeah. Come see if you can take me off the leaderboards too. I'm way up there on that one.
Yeah.
I need to
I'll give
spend
I'll
time
give
with
away
that in
your
the arcade,
strategy if
actually.
you want, Brad.
Beat
'Cause I know
Papa
what you
Brad.
did. Vimana, really good. Warrior Blade.
Oh,
lost on-
goodbye
what
that.
could I
Bye,
say
Warrior Blade.
about
Bye,
that?
bye,
Blade.
bye.
Arcade,
is
but
so
you know
good.
the time they took to get it just right for iArcade, you know, it's
Yeah,
beautifully
but it's-
beautifully done with the widescreen.
But it's even better now since they did the firmware update and they
I know,
updated the level
great.
of difficulty.
More
They made
challenging
it
now.
really good.
Way better.
Yeah. And I like Wardner as well. That's a very lesser known title. And that was one of the ones when it came to the iArcade. That was another game. I was like, well, I thought it was the only person in the world that has ever seen this game before. So I was happy to get that one. Wind Up Night is one of
Hey,
those
Paul.
games where it's so weird. I keep wanting to play this one on the show, and here it is. It's like one of those games where your character keeps moving no matter what, and you got
Any game where you auto run
jump
drives me bad.
obstacles.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
not
it's an
into that
auto run
genre.
game.
Yeah, I hate auto run games.
like
but
those
it's
cell
auto
phone
run
games. It's like that.
Yeah, it's not my
Windjammers,
jam. Windjammers
classic.
is great.
Definite must own World Rally
Oh, the
2 and World Rally Champion. There they are. Just like the ones earlier.
Nick, did
where
you know there were
I
that
could
many
listen.
games? I mean, this is
219 games on sale.
We're here. We're making it to the
wow,
end.
219 games.
Now-
my
All right,
God.
so Ease.
Now, how many people knew that Ease was? I have both of these and I haven't
I
played.
have
These are
both.
just full, all-out role-playing games. Like you're not going to stand up and play these games. You're going to need to pull up
Yeah,
a
you better
chair
pull up
and
a
sit
chair.
down.
You
the
can
Yeah.
sit for a while.
Yeah,
storyline?
you get
of
good
the
value
Ease-
out of these games. Yep.
Yeah,
Dude,
the
the
storyline
cutscenes.
is so freaking great. It's got a great story that draws you and it sucks you and keeps you playing. The audio, like the music in these games, is just amazing. It's just a great soundtrack. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, a lot of us don't even mention this, like that they actually have like famous role-playing games
Yeah.
on the arcade. It's weird to have those on an arcade type system, but yeah, they are there if you want to play them.
Yeah, can I
And-
mention a game I love on this page? Is Zero Eyes. It's basically
Yeah, I got
bump
that
and
one.
jump
It's
in an arena. It's fantastic. It's a great retro game. If you like your 80s retro arcades, super fun. Think bump and jump in an arena, and it's a lot of fun. This is one of Miami Tiger Arcade's games.
Yeah, he recommended that to me too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I love it. It's
374.
great.
That's a good buy for that one. And then we got Zero.
If you love
Wing.
retro, get it. If you're into
Very
retro,
good. Shoot 'em up. Well, that's it. We covered all of the games.
Yes.
Currently on sale.
Got through it.
On the iiRcade. Wow. iiRcade
you know what I love about this game sale, Brooklyn? You know what I love about it? A lot of the new owners, they said, man, we just got the machine, and we really wish we had a sale so we could pick up some games. And what did iiRcade do?
It was perfect timing.
All the games on sale for the new owners.
I thought you were going to say you love it because it saves you money because you already bought all these games at full price.
I already have them all, but
Brad, you should be angry.
I'm happy for the new owners because it means more people to get on the leaderboards, more competition, more people to play against online. It's great. Pick up some games.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. The Retromania Wrestling cabinet, which is a beautiful cabinet. It's even for people who are just fans of wrestling would probably want to have that type of a cabinet in their man cave, in their bar, in their hangout, in their house, whatever. And then you look at all these games on sale.
And
tons.
The thing is, once these games are on your machine, no one can take them away from you. Never. Like once they're on their machine, they never go away unless you delete them yourselves. You permanently have these games.
And I own most of these games, Brad. So can you see why I keep saying, like, please give me a break. Like putting out new games. I have so many games I got to play.
Go back and get through like Dead Cells with all that DLC.
Like think about how long would it take you to get through all of these games we just showed? And these are just the ones on sale.
I could spend a year trying to get through these games that I have on my iiRcade right now, easily.
Yeah. All right.
So John had a comment about Ease. He said Ease is what got him through his painful college years. My favorite game of all time and my childhood game. We brought it to give you a cinematic gameplay experience on the iiRcade. It's like watching a movie. I agree. I didn't play it until a couple years ago, and I played it on the PC Engine Mini. And it was a game that was highly reviewed by Electronic Gaming Monthly. And it was one of those games that I wasn't able to access because it was so expensive to get a TurboGrafx CD. Did you play it? What did you play it on, John? Did you play it on a computer, a Master System, a PC Engine? How did you play it? That's what I want to know.
I remember them from the PC Engine. And I didn't play them back then, but they were just
PC says he played on the PC.
Yeah,
they were considered the best RPGs when they were out.
Yeah, the Master System, I think, is how the U.S. first got Ease, and it was the first book only. And then when the TurboGrafx came out, they came out with the books 1 and 2 together, and it was the first CD-ROM game that the United States really ever saw. So that's kind of the history.
All right, so there you have it. All the games currently on sale on the iiRcade. You still got time. If you're looking to expand your library, or you just picked up an iiRcade and you are like, well, I don't know much about these titles, you could take the advice of the panel here, because all of us that have recommended particular games that are on the list, we actually have played them.
We play them. Yeah, we played them a lot.
Well,
all right. Are you guys ready to get into Game Fight?
Let's do it. Game Fight.
We showed lots of shoot 'em ups here tonight. I wonder if any of them will pop up in the battle tonight. I didn't know that this first segment was going to go this long. So originally I was like, oh, we'll do like 5 battles tonight.
Yeah, we might need to go 3, huh?
Let's think 3 or 4, because we still got to get to the 1 quarter challenge. But let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. This is Game Fight.
Game Fight. Game Fight time. Shout out to Omega Fourth. Shout out to Don Juan. Welcome to the stream. Shout out to Nix. Please go subscribe to his channel. Let's get next to 100. Time to put some games in Game Fight. I will rerun all the polls to see what this audience decides. This is a rebroadcast of the Friday Night Arcade Show. It was on very late last night. Welcome to the stream if you're just joining. Getting to the Game Fight. This is where we pit our favorite shoot 'em ups against each other. Only be one. Pretty much all these games that we discuss are on sale too. So if you see any that you like or want to try, reminder, iiRcade has a 30-minute window where you can play the game. You can try it out. Pick up some of the games you like on sale. Get Gunbirds on your machines too. Gunbird's a pack-in game. It's a great shoot 'em up that people forget they have. Game Fight. Boom.
All right, here we are. This is Game Fight.
Right.
I am not wasting any time. Let's spin the wheel and pick our first two shoot 'em up stepping into the Game Fight arena.
Here we go.
Everybody kevgret's taking bets.
It's returning again. It is EDF Earth Defense Force. Let's see what EDF Earth Defense Force is going up against. I'm going to actually mix this up a little bit.
Randomized.
And now
beautiful.
let's spin it.
And in the red corner.
What is it?
Oh, man.
No. So Battle Lane Volume 5 is in jeopardy of being knocked out of the competition tonight.
Bye-bye, Battle Lane.
Isn't EDF Earth Defense Force also? I'm not sure. No, it's not.
Battle Lane Volume 5 versus
either
EDF.
way, let's
Holds
check
up.
out a few minutes of gameplay footage of EDF Earth Defense Force.
You can vote in the chat if you are watching on Papa Brad's Gaming. Some footage of Earth Defense Force. Game currently on sale on iiRcade. This is the Friday Night Arcade Show. Game has good music. Earth Defense Force is on sale for $5.99. Hope everyone's having a great weekend. If you're watching, what games did you pick up on the iiRcade game sale? This is the rank 128 in the game store. Let's go for $5.99. This game does have online multiplayer. Gameplay is being streamed by Brooklyn Menace. Beautiful game capture. Excellent gameplay. Definitely Brooklyn, me, and now even Steps is a huge fan of this genre, which is the shoot 'em up genre. Sometimes they call them shmups. And iiRcade is the king of having these kind of games. They have the entire Toplin library, all of them. They have the entire R-Type library, all of them.
All right, so that's
Plus
EDF
lots of
Earth
modern,
Defense
like
Force
more modern
going up
90s shmups
against
too.
Battle Lane Volume
Things
5.
like
Let's check
Stormblade,
out a little
Strikers
over a minute of
1945. There's just
gameplay
so much
footage
to choose
Battle
from on
Lane Volume
iiRcade.
5.
If you like this genre, this is the cab to have. This game does remind me a lot of Spy Hunter, but of course Spy Hunter has that epic music track, you know, the Peter Gunn music track. I think this one's a pretty easy vote. Look at this. We actually have a 50-50 in our live vote right now between Earth Defense Force and Battle Lane Volume 5. There is a poll on Papa Bread's Gaming. If you want to vote, I just want to see in this live chat, which game do you think is better? Which game looks better to you?
All right, so that's Battle Lane Volume 5 going up against EDF Earth Defense Force. I'm right here in the center, so I guess I'll start the vote. Easy one for me. My vote goes to EDF Earth Defense Force. Let's bring Papa Brad in. And what do you think, Papa Brad?
Yeah, Earth Defense Force all the way. Sorry, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Earth Defense
Bring in
Force.
Nix.
Yeah, Earth Defense Force all the way.
Let's bring in Steph's Gaming.
You already know what I'm voting for. Earth
Yeah.
Defense Force.
Like, who are we kidding here? It's a better game.
This one was an easy one. Like
Yeah,
this might have
it
been one
was.
of the few times I just saw this and I was like, we're all going to agree on this one.
All right, so I stopped the chat.
Seldom
and
do.
with,
Seldom.
81% of the vote, they
That was a
also
no-brainer.
agreed. It goes to
That's fine, we
EM
get
Earth Defense Force. That means we
81%.
have to say goodbye because as far as Battle Lane Volume 5, it is game over.
In our live stream right now, we had a 50-50 tie. A little closer in today's live stream.
All right, we got the wheel back up on screen. Let's spin it. Let's
go.
pick the next two games stepping into the game fight arena.
More games going into game fight.
Here we go.
This wheel is rigged. It's
a
making the same
Luftwaffe.
game. Aces of the
man.
Luftwaffe.
Is this the
I like
same
this
games
one.
we had last week?
I think it might be. Steps.
Yes.
Is this a replay?
Is this pre-recorded?
Well, eventually, as the games are dwindling down, you know, the same
Wheel
ones
gets
are going to
smaller.
start getting picked, And,
I
and
know.
then eventually it's going to get exciting. Let's see what's
There's
next.
like 50 games on that wheel though.
Learn how to say it. This show is educational. Learn how to say it.
Red corner.
We might have a final fight
We have
coming
a final
up.
fight.
Oh, final
We
fight.
have a final fight. There's no denying
fight.
final fight.
We have a final fight.
Yeah.
Final fight. That means I must quickly, during the show, get Battle Lane Volume 5 off the wheel because one of these games on the final fight wheel will be leaving the competition tonight.
Here we go.
We have Galaxy Gunners. What will be going up against Galaxy Gunners? Do I even need to play the videos?
Well, okay, come on. You don't even need to play the videos. You know this one. Truxton versus Galaxy Gunners.
We have to be fair.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so it's Galaxy Gunners versus Truxton. One of these games will be leaving
Truxton,
tonight.
which should not
Hey.
even be on this wheel, has no place on this
I can
wheel at all.
intentionally not agree and let it go to the chat. And who knows? It could be filled with a bunch of
knows?
trolls in
Yeah,
there
I
that,
know. If
that
you hate
just
Papa
want to
Brad,
troll us and they
vote
can get rid of
Truxton out.
Truxton.
One of
So
the greatest
we'll see what
games of all
happens.
time.
Let's check out a few minutes of gameplay footage of Galaxy Gunners.
Okay, poll is up. Truxton versus Galaxy Gunners.
Galaxy Gunner. Stop
Oh my
laughing,
God,
Steps.
make it stop! My ears
Did
are bleeding.
Everyone can turn their headphones back up now because that's over.
Okay.
Let's.
This game,
Go ahead,
I've said Naughty Boy has the worst sound. I think this one might be a tie. The sound
that
of
did
this
hurt
is-
my ears a little
It's
bit.
so grating.
It's not a bad game though. So
It's
now
not a bad
let's
game, but-
let's see what it's going up against. This
I'll be
one is
cranking
a
that on my
game called
headphones when I'm
Truxton.
playing. Taking a look at our live vote right now. Got Truxton with 66%, Galaxy Gunners with 33%. I can only speak for myself. For myself, Truxton is one of my favorite games on the iiRcade. This is the definition of a challenging shoot 'em up. Tons and tons of replay value, tons of enemy variations, really rewarding gameplay. I highly recommend Truxton if you don't have this one. This is one to scoop up. Definitely one of my favorites on the cab. Great music. Lots of variations with the power-ups. You're looking at some gameplay of Truxton on the iiRcade. This game is currently on sale right now with the iiRcade game sale. One of Toplin's greatest shoot 'em ups. $5.99 for Arcade Perfect Truxton. If you have an iiRcade, I would not sleep on this game. This is a masterpiece. Our live vote: 66% Truxton, 33% Galaxy Gunners. Turn that off. There you go.
There it is, the classic
Wow.
Toplon shooter Truxton.
Wow.
Steps, you are center screen, so let's start off with you. What's your vote?
All right, so Truxton is not my favorite of the Toplin shooters. It's a really awesome game, but it's going up against something that I couldn't, like, I had to turn my headphones off. I really did, but that doesn't mean it didn't play well. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna have to go to Truxton.
Okay. Let's bring in Papa Brad.
Truxton 2 is a masterpiece. I mean, this is the definition of a
I don't know why I said
challenging
Truxton
shoot
2. I knew it was
Truxton
Truxton we were
won.
talking about.
I'm sorry.
His vote doesn't
Truxton.
count. That's it. He screwed up.
Yeah, I'm
That's
sorry.
it,
No, I mean
man.
Truxton. I'm sorry. Well, I said Truxton 2, but I mean,
So I don't know why I
Truxton
said
is the
Truxton
definition
2.
of a shmup masterpiece. It's in it's in Shmup Junkie's top 5 shmups. So challenging. This is a game that you can play. Like, the replayability on this game is endless. This is a game you're not going to beat the first week that you have it. Love it.
All right. So what's your vote?
Truxton.
Truxton.
Truxton, of course.
Let's bring in Nix.
Well, this one's a tough one.
Really?
Because
Tough one.
when you look at Galaxy Gunners, the visual aspect of it almost reminds you of Xerion, but it's almost a different take on it.
It's a better version of it.
Yeah, better version of it. The sound, yes, we could all agree. The sound, to play that game, you almost have to turn it like almost down or off, or play something else in your headphones when you're playing that game, because you just can't listen to that constant shooting. It's headache inducing, unfortunately. That's what going to hold that game back. But it's not to mean that it's not worth a playthrough. It's, you can turn the sound off. You can still play the game. It's easy. But in a case such as this, when you're comparing it to Truxton, Truxton just is better gameplay, has more enemy variety, because it seems like in the other game the enemies kind of repeat, they look the same. So Truxton this time is going to win.
All right. So I guess that just leaves me an easy one for me. This is also going to go to Truxton, so it is unanimous for Truxton. Let's stop the chat and let's see it, just in case it had gone to them. What would they have chosen? Let's see. It's not showing me the results, but I did earlier see.
Galaxy Gunners 30%, Truxton 69%.
Why do you see it? I can't even see it. Oh, there it is. It just popped up. 69% went to Truxton, 30% Galaxy Gunners. So,
yeah, I mean,
see this stuff. You never know how this can play out.
I know. Yeah,
if
some
it
Galaxy Gunner fans.
But Galaxy Gunners. Let's take a look here. It is Dogyun.
Dogyun.
Let's see the game going up against Dogyun.
In the red corner.
Rangok Skies?
Samurai
Aces versus Dogyun.
Ooh, this is tough.
All right. So let's check out. We'll get right to this. A few minutes of gameplay footage of Dogyun. Nice. That's Dog Unit.
Wow.
Great shoot 'em up. Going up against another great shoot 'em up. Let's check out a few minutes of gameplay footage of Samurai Aces. Is there an option to vote for both?
Really?
I'm seriously
tough one.
stumped.
A tough one. Psycho versus Toplan.
It really matters. Like they're both just as good as one another, but it really
Great
depends on
shots.
what theme you're in the mood for.
Absolutely.
I think Dog Unit has the better choice of weapons. Like it's crazy. The different type of weapons are beautiful. Yeah. And Samurai Aces has some really impressive levels and different character choices. I swear I don't know which one to vote for, so I'm just gonna give it to Dog Unit. Let's bring in Steps.
All right. So I've played
if you play any of the Strikers games. All right, let's bring in Papa Brad.
Yeah, no Dog Unit, no Batsugan. I mean, Batsugan is definitely pulls heavily from that game, but I mean, Samurai Aces to me is a masterpiece. It has that bullet hell, mechanic to it. Came before Tengai. I love it. I mean, as hard as I almost always pick Toplan game, but in this one case, I'm gonna pick Samurai Aces.
All right.
Really fell in love with that game.
Surprising votes tonight. Let's bring in Nix.
It's going to have to be Samurai Aces this time. And it's for the reasons I explained before when it was up to vote for this game. Yeah, multiple character selections, got the replayability there. It's a very smooth shooter. And yeah, it keeps you coming back. Dog Union is beautiful, don't get me wrong. It is, and it's a great shooter. But yeah, it's just that's what's gonna set it apart, is that replayability factor. Like going through with multiple characters, and yeah.
All right, so
Samurai Aces.
we didn't agree.
Finally,
I'm going
did
to
not
end the
agree.
poll.
Finally.
The chat room has stolen the vote, and with 68% of the vote, they also agree with the three of you, and they chose Samurai Aces, which issues 1 hit point to Dogyun. So Dogyun is not out of the competition, but it is now going on the final fight wheel, and it has 1 hit point against it. If it gets one more in this competition, it's game over.
Wow.
One of the games that I thought was gonna go like towards the end, but you never know how this stuff works out.
Depends on what you pair up against. It's random.
All right, so that's gonna do it for Game Fight this evening. Thank you so much, everyone in the chat room that helped out voting when we couldn't make the decision. We're gonna get right into the 1 quarter challenge, because man, that was a lot of games on sale. I thought we were gonna blow through them pretty quick, but you know how it is once we get started talking
cover 'em
about
all,
games.
Every game.
Tonight's 1 quarter challenge is going to start off with the original elevator action.
All right.
Once you play the original elevator action, then you are going to play elevator action returns. If you can help out in the chat room if you're watching along, because some of these games, when it's game over, the score disappears really quick. If you catch our scores, just post them in the chat so we can keep track. If you have any of these games and you want to play along at home, here's your time.
It's built really well. And definitely going to enjoy having you involved with the community. Absolutely. Get on those leaderboards, brother.
Here comes the secret agent.
Yeah, Brooklyn sneak in. Brooklyn's being a little sus here. Oh, here we go. Oh, he's taking out the enemy.
30 levels, you got to get to level 1.
That's right. He's shooting first, asking questions later.
Don't forget to pick up all the briefcases, which are in the red doors as you play this classic Taito arcade game.
I understand what Brooklyn's doing right here. He's trying to point push a little bit. He's going to stay up top here and just shoot. Eventually, it gets a little hard. You can't stay up there forever. You do have to make your way down.
Lights are going to go off. And he gets hit by a random bullet.
Yeah, no, this game is a 4-way gated game. You're playing it on an 8-way gated.
Oh, wow!
Controller. So definitely recommend that you get a gate switcher.
Is it a 4-way?
Yeah, you should be playing this a 4-way. Yeah, because that's how you get messed up when you play this game. If you don't hit the right gate.
Oh yeah, it is. Okay.
Yeah, because if you hit the diagonal when you're trying to crouch and whatnot, you don't crouch when you need to crouch. That's what makes this game difficult to play on an 8.
I can play it in 4-way.
Yep. Yeah, if you're careful, you can play it 4-way with that 8-way joystick. You just gotta be very careful. Try to make your way all the way down to the first floor and escape, and you gotta get all those red rooms and and
Gotta get all the briefcases. Yep.
Yep.
All the red doors.
The longer you stay in the level, the more difficult the spies get. They can start shooting you.
$3,400.
Not bad, Brooklyn. All right. Who is up?
Isn't he playing the next game? Isn't that what he's supposed to do?
Oh yeah, that is correct. That is correct.
So
Who's
this
he
is the
gonna
only. This is the only one of the two I've
Chad the Taff? Chad the Taff? Who's gonna pick the girl?
I'm looking at elevator action return.
I do recommend the player that the Brooklyn has chosen. A very good character. I tried Chad the Taff, and he's probably like. It's all the play style though. You want to play fast, fast fire rate, runs fast. You want to pick the girl that Brooklyn's picked. The other male character, I forget his name, pardon me, is more of a balanced character, sort of an in between. So you have that replayability there with the three characters going through this game. Now, there's no time limit per se. Like you don't see a counter, but you can't hang about a level though. That I think alarms are going off. We'll get back up there and get that, Brooklyn. These are all items that you find that give you points. And you go in the blue doors and give you those items, more points.
Yeah, this game came out like what, 10, 15 years after the first one,
Yeah,
I'm guessing?
they did a really good job. And nope, he jumped the gap, which is good. Now we got extra life. Yeah. Oh. And that's one of the good things about this game. Is you take a hit, like an elevator action, one hit.
Yeah, one hit kills you in elevator action.
Yeah, absolutely. So this gives you a chance. Now you got this caution, so he's hanging about the level a long time, so it might get a little difficult for him. We'll see. Okay, the alarm's off now. Yeah, you gotta be careful when they shoot low. Yeah, you can jump over the projectiles if they shoot at your leg.
I like the elevator music, the jazz music.
No, it is cool. More points in elevator action too. 14,800 versus the 3,400 Brooklyn made on elevator action. So playing elevator action 2 is going to be elevator action returns is going to be important. Higher scoring game.
He's almost at the bump.
Oh, a Doberman.
Slips into the room. Just gonna grab some more intel.
Check that out. Awesome.
Oh, jump
what a
up.
cheap
There
shot.
you go.
Gonna have a good playthrough. Single quarter play. Elevator action returns.
Oh,
Got greedy.
he did.
He's already
Oh,
going
no.
down.
Oh yeah, don't burn yourself. So you just go back up to that.
Got a nice score going. 22,800 so far.
Got himself pinned in a corner.
Killing baddies. Ooh.
Oh, now the timer comes. Oh, you gotta move it. You're dawdling. Can he make it? Can he make it? Can he make it?
Almost to the bottom. Goes way down. And the
Just
van's
made
there
it,
to pick
just
him up.
made it.
All right. Completes the first stage of elevator action returns.
He's still going. One
One's
quarter.
kicking butt. Get a map. Mission 2.
Later, Bobby. Good seeing you.
Arcade Talk recommends the GRS gate switcher. I use the GRS gate switcher 2 on my first generation iiRcade. I have a video on how to mod it if you're interested in doing the mod.
Follow the instructions of your superior officer on any evacuation.
Brooklyn's on his last lane here. Let's see how far he can push.
31,100 right now.
Didn't
Or
he
you
say?
have a good play game in elevator action returns. It's a much higher scoring game.
Didn't Glenn say the gate switcher's supposed to be built into the deck that's coming out?
Yeah, on the deck that Glenn built, it has the gate switchers built in. GRS gate switchers, 4-way to 8-way, perfect controls. Gate switcher's a great product. Once you have that, I mean, you pretty much get perfect 8-way and 4-way when you're playing arcade games. Neat thing about iiRcade, when you're loading the game, if you look at the joystick, it shows you either 4 arrows or 8 arrows. So when in the load-in screen, you can tell whether a game was set up for a 4-way control or 8-way control.
These games are going to take a while, so I'm just going to watch you guys play probably. Man, he had a good run.
That was a good run. I don't think I can beat that. This is a high-scoring game. You want to go next, Nix?
I mean, I'm set up to go next if you want me to.
Yeah. Let's let you go next.
Who wants to go next? I don't know what my score was on that last one. It disappeared pretty quick.
Yeah.
Who's up next?
I'll go next.
Let's do Nix next, because
all right, let's bring in.
If he does super high, I might even have to go.
Let's bring Nix in.
We'll see.
All right, now we got Nix full screen.
Full screen.
Taking a 1/4 challenge. Anyone catch my score on that second one?
I'm rewinding right now, Brooklyn.
Rewind it. All right. All right, here we go.
Trying to get to it. Hold on.
Chaotic said he spent over $120 on games Wednesday night. And now you're going to spend even more. Man, there's a lot of good stuff if you don't have any of the games yet, man.
Yeah, there's a ton of good games on iiRcade, that's for sure.
That elevator action returns, man, was one of my top 10 most wanted games. So I was so happy when that showed up.
What I learned tonight by watching you play is I need to play that game more. I need to play the first one. I never played it, but the Elevator Returns, I just played it for the first time last night. And it's pretty good.
Yeah, all the characters you could see they have like different power and speed, or more powerful weapons.
What's
I picked the
funny.
girl because she seemed like the most balanced.
What's funny is I own both these games, but see, I just have so many games on it that's and I buy a lot of them on sale. Some of them I never get a chance till later to play, like before this, right?
Looks like
Yeah.
3,800.
Well, this original Elevator Action was a very, very popular game in the arcades when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
38,000. It looks like, Brooklyn. Type it in the chat.
Okay. 38,000.
Yeah, 38,000. I just rewound it. Great game, by the way. That was a nice run.
Yeah, I always have trouble getting through that airport.
See, I would probably do better on the classic Elevator Action, but the score is a very low score compared to Elevator Action 2. But Elevator Action 1 is probably my jam on these games. Just because it's a great classic, 80s arcade,
Remember in the early days of iiRcade where everyone was complaining about because they didn't have the pixel perfect, and now I keep every game on that.
Yeah, it's just gorgeous.
And this was one of the games that everybody was so impressed with the way it looked after they finally got pixel perfect.
Yeah, with all the options too, with the way you can show the game. I mean, but pixel.
Does anyone even use those options? Because you can go in for any game and individually set the way you want the game to look. You could do like all kinds of.
I know they did an incredible
different
job
settings.
with that.
Dragon's Lair really mess with that.
Dragon's Lair is pretty cool to play with the the arcade screen option.
Like the CRT look.
The CRT look is pretty cool.
Yeah, you can do that. I believe you just hit the C button on the screen where it shows the controls, and then it brings up that whole list.
A whole bunch of different filters you can use. Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, the iiRcade really is just feature wise and what you get. I mean, it's pretty hard to beat for a multicade.
Best scanline settings. I don't know. I think the only time I ever tried it out and used the scanlines was when I played through the Ninja Kids. There's a bunch of them. It really is going to depend on like what your taste is.
Yeah, such a great classic game. I know P-Dubs love this one too.
I should have done that. There is strategy here.
Yep.
How'd I do on this one?
Oh no.
6,950. I think you got 3,000 something. So
okay,
you like doubled your score basically.
Did way better than me.
Yeah, but this is so low scoring. I don't think it matters. I don't think it's going to matter that much unless you have a very close score because Elevator Action's so much higher score.
Oh,
Elevator Action Returns. I mean,
good moment.
Yeah, this one takes a moment. Like if you haven't played it for a bit, the first time you turn it on to load it up, you could see some of the scenes from this game that I cut to use for the intro for the show.
I know. That's the girl that comes on on the Friday song. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so Nick chose the same character as I did.
Everyone's gonna pick the girl. I think
the girl's really balanced.
The girl's the fastest reacting too. I think just overall the best. I think the easiest one to play.
Yeah,
she doesn't walk that fast though.
No.
Hey, why didn't I run? How did you do that?
Good double tap.
Double tapped on a joystick or the button?
Well, the stick.
Yeah.
Oh, forward.
Yeah.
Come on, get on the elevators.
This banana, the end.
They're gonna shoot me.
one of the great things too is if you think about it, you're going to totally different time periods of arcade. You're going from Golden Age arcade to when was this game released, in the 2000s or the 90s? Is this a 2000 era game?
I think this is this. I
It
think
looks
this
like
is
it
90s.
It reeks of late 90s.
Yeah.
They did have it on consoles.
1994.
1994. Okay. Versus obviously an 80s game.
It was on the Sega Saturn. Looks like. Actually, it's funny. It listed on Wikipedia here: Arcade, Saturn, and iiRcade.
Awesome. One of the things that impresses me, like, look how smooth this game runs, though. I mean, it's just running buttery smooth.
Yeah.
I mean, this is great arcade emulation. I have other ways to play this game, but it does not run this smooth. Like, you just look at the smoothness and how optimized this game is. Got crushed by an elevator. Brutal. Brutal death.
Rookie move.
He didn't see that coming. He didn't see that death coming.
I saw that death coming. I was being
he saw, but I mean, probably too late.
IGN listed the Arcade Perfect Saturn port among the best classic co-op games.
Cool.
And Retro Gamer included on their list of 10 essential Saturn imports. So it was only in Japan, Saturn.
Japan Saturn?
Yeah, which is, it's a fun hobby. I used to do that once upon a time.
I love the way it does that, where it cuts away to the helicopter. How cool is that?
Yeah, this is one of the games on sale. So I see. I was trying to stay away from the fire, but I guess you can run through it.
I know this is a game that CT Jason loves. He always tells me about how much he enjoys this one. You get a bullet, and you get a bullet, and you get a bullet. Did a great review of this game. Very humorous and yet showing all the gameplay.
Brad looks like he's all ready to play next, though. So far, Nix is taking it in elevator action, but I'm leading in elevator action returns. I believe I only got 2 lives in this.
No, not again.
Crushed.
How do I do that? Oh,
I messed
game
up.
Elevator again.
Yeah, I totally messed up.
So far, Nix is in the lead for elevator action, and I'm in the lead for elevator action returns. Now let's bring in, this is Papa Brad.
I stunk up the joint.
Man, that elevator got you twice.
But it's 1/4.
Did Brad get a head start?
I mean, he's playing right now.
I don't know if he's playing.
That's not me.
No, he doesn't. Is he playing?
Yeah, he's playing. That's
okay.
It's got to be. You're not playing. I'm not playing. So he's playing.
Yeah, we're on Brad. So
yeah, we're on Brad.
He's gonna get crushed too.
Yeah, the elevator action.
He didn't even put a quarter in. That was that was the attract mode. What'd Brad do? Go to sleep?
I don't know. I don't think he figured I'd be done so soon.
Steps, you wanna turn yours on?
He probably took a break.
Yeah, I don't
Did
even
he
think I
really?
ever made it
Did he go to sleep? I guess I can. I wasn't gonna play, but I'll play. It's fine. I'll suck at it. I'm not played, so that'll be.
That's fine.
All right, settings. I need to change it to the game capture.
I'm here.
All right, Brad's here, so you have time steps.
Okay.
Brad was probably going to grab another drink. Freaking Brad.
My apologies for my poor showing. Oh my god. You know why it is? Because it's 1 a.m. Even this one, elevator action, the original, this, even though it's like there's like a Coleco kind of version type game, this is still fun. The gameplay is there. And yes, if the music isn't to your liking, you can always turn it down.
And I saw that, Raven. I've never done that move. I'm afraid to touch them, like Brad's doing ninja kicks. Brad's gonna have the advantage in this one. Oh, he almost caught the elevator, man.
There's a strategy to this game is when you don't want to go down an elevator when they're on the bottom floor, right? Because they can shoot you before you get in range, and when you're on the elevator, you can't crouch. So you have to methodically move through the level. Like even going down that elevator, that's risky because he's vulnerable to gunfire.
Bring Brad back in full screen.
Yeah, so you gotta be careful. Yeah. Oh, you just missed that.
Brad is playing dangerous this evening.
Yeah, like right here.
Like, look at that. I never did that move. What is that?
Yeah, I never knew that move too. I guess you can jump on him. That's, I guess, one way. Yeah, I gotta put some more time into this game because I could score pretty good. It's not.
Apparently, so do I.
It's not saving my high score when I play for some reason, even though I uninstall and reinstall the game. But
You could jump on top their head like Mario?
We're learning that now.
yeah, I never knew that. I never let him get close enough. Really.
Brad's got this game.
You get more points too.
See, I always stand there and just get shot.
Yeah, you get 250. I'm looking at the score. You get more points for jumping on him.
Yeah, it looks like Brad plays this game.
Brad's cheating. I forgot. He's got that gate switcher from Glenn. So it's an unfair advantage. Brad has been disqualified. He's using an illegal control scheme. I'm gonna try that drop kick move. Now I want to play again.
Yeah.
Look at that. Good job, Brad. He's going to get to the end of that.
Woo! Hell yeah!
Yeah, I didn't know you could do those moves either. I guess because I just never took the chance. I just figured if I even touch, if I touch those guys, I'd be out. So I just stay away from them. You almost caught it there.
knife jump.
Is that it? No, he still has another player. Wow. You can see Brad's high score there. Steps, try to do some of those drop kicks. All right, so we got 13900.
No, he's
Oh no,
not
he's
done
another
yet.
player.
Not
Yeah,
done
because of
yet.
his score. He got an extra life. Well, thank you to everyone sticking in with us tonight. It's such a late show. We had a late start. Appreciate everyone that's still hanging out. 15000 for Papa Brad. Very good score.
15,000.
Yes, I got it in the chat. So far you are in the lead for elevator action. I'm in the lead for elevator action returns. Good, Brad. You can lower the show down in the background too.
Is the volume too loud, Brooklyn?
No, you're good. It's the 1 credit challenge, Brad, not the 5 credit. See if Brad can steal this one too. But he is right into the action, not wasting any time. Watch out for that Thank you, Don One. Get ready for many more hours of that probably this weekend. Brad's gonna need to take that elevator up. Yep. Get rid of that. I'm monitoring Steps backstage. Looks like Steps is getting some practice in. Brad's gonna take it all tonight. He keeps it up like this. Brad's getting close to my score. Let me scroll up. Check. Yeah, I had 3,800. He's closing in. That's where I screwed up. Brad takes the lead. Brad is in the lead in both elevator action and elevator action returns. See if he can make it past this swarm. Continue on to the airplane. He seems to have found a good spot to stay. And he does it. Brad makes it into the airplane.
$66,400. Let's put that in the chat. Really good. Bring Steps in. Full screen. Steps, are you ready to take the 1 quarter challenge?
Yeah, I'm gonna play. I've not played with this before, so bear with me, but I'm gonna try it, all right?
All right.
All right.
I don't think I did bad. Wow.
Yeah, I think that's an understatement. You're literally doing moves that nobody's ever seen in their life before.
I love both these games. Now, I've played these quite a bit. I love both of these games. Very different, but both fantastic games. You know, you're going from one of the all-time great 80s retro games, you know, golden age of arcades, to really just a really great, fun, more modern arcade game.
Yeah, I always held like elevator action in very high regard. Like is one of those, when I think about like one of the top classic arcade games, like there's that group of them, and this definitely falls into that group.
Yeah, you know, this along with like Jungle King, you know, that's another good one. That's you know, a title. But I actually did a short of this, I think yesterday, an actual short of this real arcade out in the wild, a beautifully restored cab, so you can see what it actually looked like. But the gameplay that iiRcade has on this is perfect. I mean, this is an arcade perfect version of elevator action.
Steps.
Now, I do have the GRS 4-way to 8-way switcher, which helps in this game. Or you can get, there is a plastic gate thing you can get too.
Yeah, but you can't beat the one that you have.
No, the Glenn's Retro Show is the way to go.
I'll have that. Don't worry. When that control deck comes out.
When that control deck gets out, I would highly recommend it. It really is great. If you're an avid arcade gamer, I mean, it's a great upgrade. And you want the best in controls.
Not enough.
Yeah. And I don't want to, you know, this game is old school arcade hard. I mean, as you just saw, I mean, this is a game that, you know, I've practiced a lot. So that's the only reason I got so far.
All right, Brad, while Steps is finishing up, you can switch back to your camera.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Let me, I got to go out of the computer. Go back to this. There we go. Excellent. Let's see, we got Jong still in the chat. Brooklyn, Hobby Hands. Hey, Hobby Hands, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Don Juan. Awesome. He
This
says
one's way faster paced, Steps.
Yeah, actually, I made a hole all the way through my control panel, but if I had to do it again, I didn't have to go as deep. I could have backed off the whole saw and not made a hole all the way through it. You know, Raven SPE has a really good mod video that shows you how to mod it and a little more. And I have a video too. I used the whole saw. I went kind of primitive, but I would never go back. It's worth the upgrade. Or you can just wait, you know, because, you know, the GRS deck will eventually be available for iiRcade. It's the same parts that I'm currently using. It'll just be a lot more refined commercial.
You can walk through the fire steps. Don't be like me. Go get that power.
Actually, don't forget steps too. If you double tap, you can run. You can run, like, and you can also jump the gaps. Actually, I did pretty good with the male character.
Yeah,
I haven't played them. I always played the girl. So I figured let's see something different, you know. So I played the male character. Have you played this to the end, Brooklyn?
No,
No?
I've never beat it.
Never beat it yet? Is this a game you can't just keep quartering on and keep playing?
Yes.
Okay, so you should be able to quarter through it and play to the ending. One of
That's
us
the
should
thing
do
that
it.
I do though when I play games, Brad. It's like I don't
See how
like
far
to
you can get
always
on
feel
one
like I'm
quarter.
quartering through. Yeah, so
Oh my goodness, hold on.
I go back to the beginning a lot.
Okay, yeah. The speakers, they go plenty loud. Yeah, you like to do 1/4 runs. And you know that's a great way to play. Really emphasizes the skill of the player when you only play with 1/4. But it is fun to see the whole game too. You know, there's something to be said for that. One of us should do a complete playthrough where we get through the whole game. And just post it on YouTube so people can see the game all the way through on iiRcade. Maybe I'll do that this weekend. Great game though. Elevator Action Returns is what you're looking at. Never played this in the arcade. Have played Elevator Action quite a bit in the arcade. It is a pretty common, like if you're really into retro arcades and you go I do a lot of arcade tours. Elevator Action is a very popular, common retro golden arcade. You will see Elevator Action, but Elevator Action Returns is definitely a rarity. I have not seen it in an arcade to play.
Steps needs to get up to that red door to get the file.
Yeah, you got to get the file to get out. That's why it's whirring at you. It's telling you need to go back up to the top and get to that red door. Trick for playing classic Elevator Action. One of the things you notice I'll do is you have to use the jump a lot. You kind of like jump into the enemies a lot on the original Elevator Action if you want to get a little higher score.
Yeah, Brad, none of us knew you could do that.
The other thing with the classic Elevator Action is the bullets only have two different, they're either low or high. So learn how to jump over bullets and learn how to duck. Usually you can duck, but sometimes you can jump. But once you know there's only two options, you know, when an enemy fires, you know, you just look for that. Once again, this is one of those things you only get through by playing the game a lot, seeing the game a lot in action. And, you know, to me, it's hard to believe we can get all these classic arcade games, you know, in our game room, in our arcade for, you know, a lot of these games are under $10, you know.
So much fun.
They're the real arcade games. They're the actual same game that you would put quarters in. They're not ports. These are the real arcade games. What's happening, Goofy Foot?
All right, so we've all made it to the airport at least, but Brad, you really dominated the airport.
Yeah. Steps is doing good. This game is no joke, too. It's you know, it's like, you know, if you check out Steps Gaming channel, she does a lot of game playthroughs. She was playing TurboGrafx the other night. And of course, she does a lot of fighting game content, too. Even runs tournaments. Steps is also having a giveaway, I think at 1,500 subscribers. That's real exciting. She's got some big prizes donated by Bobby Vu. Did you hear about that, Brooklyn?
I did.
I mean, how exciting is that? I mean, Bobby Vu, what a generous guy. I mean, he just gives and gives and gives.
Yep. Big giveaways going down on Steps channel and PD7's channel.
Yeah. Another great newer YouTuber, but fantastic content. Walk and Talk Master, PD7. my very first walk and sock was done just as a tribute to him, and my viewers liked it so much. I just decided to start doing them. My viewers liked it. So I asked my viewers, should I do more? The answer was, I did a poll and it was a resounding do more. Do more walking socks. Goofy Foot says use a Forstner drill bit. I don't know if I said that right. Probably didn't.
I think those are the drills that like gradually drill the hole larger.
Okay. Yeah, Steps is doing great. I mean, and here's the thing. This is the highest scoring game. If you do well in this game, you're going to win this contest. This is the game where you get a lot of points.
But Brad, it wasn't enough. Brad, you dominated tonight.
All right.
Elevator action. Brad takes it.
Yeah.
Elevator action 2. Brad takes it.
The retro games, man. The retro.
Unbelievable.
Seriously, like great gameplay though, Steps.
Good.
You did
Good
a
job,
very
Steps.
strong gameplay, Steps.
Really?
And we were telling people about the subscription to your channel and your 1,500 giveaway.
Yeah, it's a
very exciting.
You have to legally say sweepstakes.
Oh, I'm
Like,
sorry. Sweepstakes.
I followed all the rules. I read the YouTube guidelines live, or not live in that video, because I didn't want any like BS. I wanted it to be very.
Can you tell me what those say? Because I've never read them.
Yeah, I don't read any of the rules.
You
I just do what I
cannot.
want to
You
do.
cannot.
It's the Wild West on
You cannot
YouTube.
require people to like, comment, watch, subscribe, any of that.
They all do that. Every single channel I've seen does that.
That is against YouTube terms and conditions.
Really?
And they could have their channel taken
It's the
down.
Wild West.
I didn't expect for the,
Go through the
first
300
segment
and
to
some
go so
games.
long. I figured we would just like blow through them, but you know how we are.
Yeah.
We get to talking about
That
this
was
stuff.
the strategy. To
Great
get
time.
that
I really hope that if anything tonight, it helps some people out, you know, that maybe are new to iiRcade or have had it and they're not sure which games they want to pick up while they're on sale. Well, we got to see lots of gameplay of some of them. We spoke about pretty much all of them. It's been a lot of fun hanging out with everyone tonight. Thank you for everyone that stuck in there with us.
Thanks for watching.
I know we're on pretty late, and we'll be back to do another one of these next Friday, right here on the Friday Night Arcade Show. Does everyone want to say goodbye? I already said goodbye.
Goodbye.
Stay legit.
Stay legit.
This is Papa Brad, and I'm proud to announce that my channel now has memberships. If you would like to support the iiRcadians show, or Papa Brad's gaming on the crazy arcade adventures he goes on, you can do so. I have 3 different levels: iiRcadians Illuminati, the iiRcadians Inner Circle, and the iiRcadians High Council. We've got exclusive content that you'll only be able to view in each category. So if you enjoy what my channel does, and you want to give us a little support, help pay for the StreamYards and the expenses of doing the show, this is a completely optional thing, and I'm just putting it out there. So thank you. This is Papa Brad's Gaming reminding you to stay legit.
Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough,